War. From the clash of swords to the fall of kingdoms, it leaves only ruin in its wake. In the year 1241, Krakow fell to the Mongolian horde, a proud city reduced to ash and silence. Among the survivors was Victor, a blacksmith turned reluctant leader who refused to let despair claim his people. As Krakow burned under the relentless siege of the horde, its proud towers crumbled, its streets ran red, and its people scattered like leaves in the wind. Victor had fought to defend it, wielding his hammer not for crafting, but survival. Yet the city was still lost. Rallying a small group of survivors, he vowed to leave behind the ashes of the old world and forge a new beginning. Victor and his people journeyed west, through dense forests and treacherous terrain. The winter winds cut deep, and every step was a battle against hunger and despair. Yet Victor's voice carried them forward, and after weeks of hardship, they found it, a clearing by a wide river, surrounded by fertile land. It was there that Victor declared the new town of Nowy Nora, a new refuge, a new life. Their work began with trembling hands and weary hearts. The first shelter was no more than a tent, stitched together with what linen they could find. But to Victor's people, it was a sanctuary. But the wilderness held its own dangers, and whispers of rival lords and raving bandits soon reached their ears. Victor knew that survival would demand more than hard work. To protect Nowy Nora, they would need weapons, unity, and the strength to stand against whatever came their way. One night, as the fire crackled and the stars shimmered above, a strange wind stirred. From the darkness emerged a figure cloaked in radiant light, a messenger of Showi Tovit, the god of war, harvest, wisdom. The figure extended a scroll, its surface glowing faintly with divine runes. Victor knelt as the voice of the god echoed in his mind.
You are chosen to rebuild what has been lost. The scroll contains the knowledge to forge a city that honors our heritage, while embracing the ingenuity of the ages to come.
Victor unrolled the scroll to reveal intricate blueprints, a city blending the beauty of Polish architecture with designs far beyond his time. It showed him a better way to build things, while keeping true to cities of that time. And as quickly as it had come, the light faded, leaving Victor alone with the divine scroll. And his work began. And welcome to Nowy Nora. So we have a rich animal deposit, and we have one of the best farmlands in the game. So we're going to be building a design that comes from historical trends in what I would be building if I were living in this time. I'm going to try to blend efficiency with historical design. I will have to take some artistic liberties, and I will have to sacrifice some efficiency to get the aesthetic view that I'm going for. Essentially, I'm going to create a nice and compact design that's centered around how they built cities at that time. So we can see here we have a rich wild animal deposit. We have fish over here. This is awesome. What I want to look for is barley fertility. Fantastic. You can see we have some really good green areas over here. This looks like it's just perfect for farmland. We can have our fishing, we can have our farming. So that tells me that right over here is going to be a fantastic location for the colony. Now, you could even say that it would be kind of cool to have it where these animals are, and I would absolutely agree with that. So I am going to move these wild animals because they're where I want to put my colony. I'm going to try to move them as close to the fishies over here as possible, taking into consideration where we want to put our barley fields. Over here would actually be ideal for the hunting camp. That's almost perfect. That is almost perfect. Take a gander real quick. It's just right there. We could easily go around it. So we're going to place just a placeholder road to make sure that our farming and other buildings do not have any issues. But this is just close enough to be efficient and tie into a lot of our design. I'm also going to preemptively start tracing out a circle around the fish pond just to make building around this region a little easier. And I'm going to connect these two roads. So this is wonderful because right where our camp is where I want to start building. This is going to be an interesting design because I'm not going to use benders, I'm not going to use brondos, I'm going to use long burgage plots the way that they were in those times. But what I'm going to show you is a very detailed, compact city. I actually got inspiration from an English town around the 13th century. I'll flash up a picture of that now, hoping in the future I can actually build this. But it got me realizing that they did build, unique and neat looking cities. Let's go with our handy dandy corpse pits. So what we're going to have are veggie and apple plots that are single burgage plots, just how they had them before. But they're going to be 3 corpse pits in length. And, okay, so we are building on what I would say is, going to be part of the barley field. Perfect. We could almost just take this whole area here. It's beautiful. So I am actually going to start the design with the edge piece right here. So this is going to be 1 row. So this is the edge of town. Now, one thing I liked about the Polish designs is they would have pretty cool breaks, like a road going in between points. So I felt like a road going in between the points there was perfect. Wonderful. And we are going to have to use roads to trace out some of the burgage points. And eventually I will remove these roads. So we're just going to do this for now. And then on the side here, I'm eventually going to have houses. And you can see that a church is just slightly bigger than a burgage plot. So what we want is the midsection to be pretty decent. The houses are going to need to be 2. And they're going to be doubles to conserve firewood, because that's how I would be thinking. So we're going to have houses like this. And we're going to have roads between the houses like so. And separating them is going to be an exact church length. We'll have a centralized market with granaries, churches, the tavern, and the trade post all in the center, just like in Polish city design. So I'm trying to incorporate all of those elements into efficiency here. So as you can see, we need something that is just a tad bit wider. Now, if you do look at the shrine, it does offer, I think, what we need. So what we're going to try to do is give ourselves a little bit of liberty here. Okay. We're going to use a corpse pit and a shrine to offset all of this. And then that will be where this road starts. So this is going to be the central area of the design, and that's great. Another thing that I need to do is start lining up the bottom road. So this is going to be the hardest part, which is making sure that all of these things are even. We're just going to use the arrow keys and just go straight to make this as easy as possible. I'm starting to realize that this is probably the best method. It's just to kind of eyeball it and go to the side. Wonderful. All right. So we have our clearance there. This is great. Now we can start using these to set up where the housing is going to go. We have a little bit of wiggle room. Always better to have wiggle room than to try to make these things as tight as possible. Perfection. This road will be deleted at a later point, just being used to make sure spacing is adequate. All right, we're going to place... we actually only really need 2 now that we have the bottom and top rows, and we just need to make sure that these are lined up well. And the same thing over here. Just really need to do. And these are going to be veggie burgage plots and apple burgage plots. Now, ideally, you would want all of your apples and everything all on one side, but realistically, you don't need to do that. I want to make this town look nice and efficient. Like I said, there will be sacrifices, but the end result will be a city that works and looks really nice. We know the Polish people loved grids, and so what I am giving them is a city that makes a whole lot of sense. So we're going to use the coveted corpse pit double shrine method to make sure everything is wide enough. This is actually much too wide, and that's perfect. Yeah, look at that. More than enough room. Like, you're going to just eyeball a lot of this stuff, and it's going to be great. Using your control keys, just go straight left, and you should get a straight line. And you can... Yeah, very easy. And what's cool here is I can actually just kind of take some of these concepts and just go straight down. We're not going to have roads intersecting there, but we will have roads here. And in the center is going to be a market, just like there are in a lot of the Polish city designs. Okay, so now what I'm actually going to end up doing is taking this down just to give myself a basis. I'm going to destroy that road eventually. And we went a little off to the side. I'm just going to use the design so that I don't have to use any more corpse pits.
Ой, шарамукшня, курто аугей тарбалу. Ай-яй-я, курто аугей тарбалу. Курто аугей тарбалу. Тарпшу жалю саману. Ай-яй-я, тарпшу жалю саману. Ой, матуши, матуши, камто мани аугинай.
All right, so at the end of it, you're going to have something that looks kind of like this. And it's going to look amazing, I promise. We're going to place a full market square in the middle in a strip, like so, having it centralized. This will allow 38. That's more than we're going to need. We're going to need 8 for food and 6 for firewood and storage. So I would like to make this look as authentic as possible. We're going to need exactly 14 stalls. This is great. Now, I have not looked to see if a well is going to line up with this. And it does. So we can place a well in the center too. But this is going to be great. It's going to be an area that people can come. And we might put some, shrines and all those kind of things. And so for this design, we do have fish all the way up here. I'm probably going to use a special granary just for the fish and animals. They did do, smart things like that. They weren't dumb. So, but for the individuals down here, we're going to have our granaries a little bit different. And we might have some roads. We can design things how we want to. Now, we're playing on the hardest difficulty, but I do have armaments on. That is the only exception I make for myself. So one of the first things that we want to do is get up a hunting camp as close as possible to the sources we're going for. We want to get food supplies up, so I am going to get a fish up too. And we're going to just immediately start getting into wood cutting. I'm going to place it here for now, and we're just going to cut down what we can. So we're going to try to utilize, some things that we can and some things that we can't. We can move hitching posts right now, order our second ox, and away we go. So we just need to get food. And I think what we're going to do is put a saw pit up as soon as possible. This should be an exciting adventure for us all. But we're going to try to get the saw pit. We're going to try to get the church up as honestly fast as possible. So let us just go to fast forward mode. Get everything in motion. I'm going to get one person in the hunting camp to start getting those foods. Everybody's working tirelessly. They're over here doing a great job. I don't know what this guy's doing. What is he doing? All right. Well, he's a peeping. They're probably waiting for resources. They're also unassigned. I think that the combination of fishing and hunting over here is going to be very good, and this will definitely incorporate some of strategy. But you can easily get away with one centralized marketplace, so we're not going to have to worry too much about that. I think the main thing that I want is for the grid to line up. So we will eventually have crossroads and things like that. I like doing crossroads like this. I think this is great. It will help people get around a little bit better. Eventually we'll have some more roads up here. We need to prioritize the logging camp. We will, try our best, but unfortunately the game just kind of hates you in the beginning. All right, here we go. We're in motion. All right, now that I have the logging camp, I can get up the first granary, which I'm gonna place, I think, right here. And because I love crossroads, I'm gonna do a cross behind. This is going to be our first food area, and they'll easily be, like I said, they eat food out of the granary first now. They don't have to physically touch it. Food is consumed from the granary first. The marketplace is just supply and demand bonuses, so those are really, really easy to maintain. All right, we're at 43%. Let's put 2 families into the logging camp. Make sure it's not encroaching on the animals. We got a nice little... And I'm doing this because if I build too far away and I scatter my people, they get a little weird. So we got a good thing going on. Let's speed this up. So the first houses we're going to get up are going to be the veggie houses. So we do have to kind of preemptively think about where we want veggies and apples. Now, ideally, if I were being practical, I would have all of my veggie producers over on one side and have a granary worker completely dedicated to veggies, right? But I don't think that looks nice. I think what looks nice is 2 veggies here, 2 apples, and I do want the design to actually look nice. I also think it's important to have the granary workers able to do everything together, and I think that it will cancel out any inefficiencies since they're all working together. So this is how we're going to try to stay within the frame of efficiency and historic. They did have long burgages, so we want these as wide as possible while still being narrow, which is, I know, it sounds insane. The pickup point's going to be here. So we're going to probably lose about a month of them working just based on how much further they have to walk. But this is going to look, you know, how houses would have looked in that time. And I am guessing it's going to bring me in about 120 veggies. At least 100 easy. We're going to be doing eggs in the side houses. We're going to have plenty of things that we can do here. And it's going to be a great day. All right. So homeless people's tents there. Supplies are there. Once that granary is up, we can start getting things off the ground and get a market stall going. So the granary is still in production. We have 1 person building everything. It is a glorious day. But we're going to slowly start making progress, and not to worry. So over here is going to be where a bunch of double burgage plots are. And we're going to want double burgage plots. We're going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. So everything here fits perfectly. You can see the Lord is already making his move on the bandit camps. It's pretty impressive. There we are. And so we're just going to have, like I said, a bunch of these long and slightly inefficient, efficient burgage plots. But you can see how much grow area you can get when you just use the corpse pits at 3 length. I know a lot of people are probably gasping seeing Tacticat do this. But you know what? This is the historic Tacticat build. So I have to go upon the principles of the time and incorporate that into an efficient design. So we got lots of wood. And we're just going to immediately start getting out all of these burgage plots. I just don't care. There we go. So those are going to produce a lot. They're going to be, we're going to lose some work and efficiency. But what's perfect about this is we can have them do the apiaries. No problem. And a couple other jobs that we don't really care about. But that should give them all something to do. I'm going to pull 1 individual out of the logging camp to assist with all of that. And we're going to put 1 individual into the granary to start getting things off the ground and start seeing if we can get the 2 food bonus types. Now let's pop over and look at the fishing hut. He's doing a fantastic job. The hunting camp, I'm going to pop down. We have a rich deposit, so we want to make sure that we don't overhunt. It's going to be pretty hard to do so. I'm going to take him out, however, because I just need more families doing things. Okay. So we have a lot of houses. I'm going to get the saw pit up now, right next to the logging camp. We can also get the trading post up now. So we can place the trading post any way that we want. And these times, the trading post was right across from the market stalls. So, like I said, I want it to be kind of roomy. I wanted to use some of the things I learned from my previous build, the room in between things. And the storehouse, I'm going to place, like, literally as close to the trade post as possible. And I think I'm going to place, if I have enough room, I could place 2 storages back to back. I'm holding off on doing veggies because I don't want people plowing fields. I want them building houses. So that gives us 8 houses. I unpaused the other 2. I just wanted them to kind of hyper focus on one area at a time. We'll get those 8 up. I don't have to extend the living spaces or anything yet. This is going to produce a stupid amount of food. It's also going to look really pretty. We're going to have a lot of houses, have a lot of designs in. And the granary up here is going to facilitate a lot of stuff for us so we don't have to worry too much. All right, let's get the storehouse up. And we will absolutely have enough room on the other side for another storehouse, so that's perfect. So all our industry will be down here on any sides that we need it to. Roads. All right, yeah, so we are going to connect to the main roads now. Perfect. Even going to have sideway roads. Cool. So we got everything coming in. The next goal is to, once the saw pit is up, we want to set a timber limit of 5 because that's what we need for the church. And we'll set a board production of 40. I typically set a timber limit of 6 because that's what you need for multiple burgage plots. And the first thing I want to do is go for orchardry. We should also have our spearmen. Once the storehouse is up, we'll have spearmen. And then we can go and we can start stealing some of this money, if possible, and start getting the apple orchards up. All right, we're in good shape. So now I am going to start the veggies. So you can see that you have quite a big area. You lose a little bit from this guy here, and that really sucks. But overall, like I said, you're still going to be producing about 100 veggies per 3 plots like this. I like some of my other designs. I'll post them in the link to the description if you want more efficient designs. But this is going to look really nice, I think. And we're going to have chickens. All right, we got our stuff. So we can form the militia now. We got 10 spearmen. That's enough to steal. So if I see the Lord Army going for a bandit camp, I can go steal it. I do see a bandit camp right now, but I need at least 18 people, and I need 20 if I don't want to lose anybody. So we're going to put 1 individual into the saw pit now. I'm going to put 2 people into the logging camp, and we're just going to let them go as fast as possible. The storehouse is up. Oof, we're going to need meat too. Yeah, I need to get someone in the storehouse. Okay, we're going to pop him out. I need to get a lot of stuff moving. It's July, I know. It's so much different on the harder difficulty, and I haven't spent a whole lot of time trying to dial this in quite yet. There we go. Church is getting up now. Perfect. That's going to push us well over the 50% that we need. I am going to take the guy out of the saw pit, and I'm going to put him in the hunting camp. So now my focus is get 2 types of food, get coverage. We have enough fuel to get to not get the negative from not having fuel. So you get huge negatives from not having things on the harder difficulties, and you don't get those negatives on the easier normal difficulties. So just something to be aware of, that the game does get a little harder. We're going to want to get more boards, and we're going to want to upgrade these things. But as soon as I can get this church up, we're going to be in good shape. So I'm going to pull the dude out of the logging camp. I'm going to leave the guy in the fisher hut. I'm going to leave the guy in the hunting camp. We're going to have that one family just build the church out slowly. It's going to take a bit of time. Luckily, the storehouse has the majority of the things that are needed. And he's using a cart, which is great. So hopefully he can come over here and help out with all those materials. Or just walk home, you jerk. All right, fine. We'll do it by hand. What the hell? The hell, guy. All right, and I need to start moving some of these hitching posts down here. So I'm going to start moving the hitching post into the southern part of the industrial area. We're going to have actual single plots over here. So we're going to have 3 single plots. And you want to do that actually earlier than you think, because you want families to move into those spots. So we're going to do probably 3 here and 3 here. That will give me more than enough single burgage plots for my artisan buildings. And the reason I don't do doubles for those is because I don't want so many families dedicated to a certain craft. It just becomes another mouth to feed, and the production values really aren't worth it. All right, we got ourselves another bandit camp, and we got the army. I don't know which one he's going for, so we're going to summon our gents, and they're going to go out, and hopefully we can get some money. We also have to start preparing, because the Lord does attack you pretty darn early in this game. So we do need to get our artisan building. We do need to start really getting our population up. That is the danger of not getting families coming in. So I'm going to take a gamble, and I'm going to pull everyone out of everything and have them focus on getting that church up. Because the men are all out in war, so I need everybody building possible. We need a merc fund. So I think out of an abundance of caution, what I will do is place that money straight into my treasury. That way we can hire mercenaries for the first bandit raid. And then with the second camp, that gives me enough money to hire a mercenary, so I don't have to worry about dying. I still need to build up my army, The main thing, though, that's going to determine whether or not I die is if I don't get people coming in. So that is why all of this is very important. And there we go. We got the church going. Boom. Church is up. Now what's important is all of the other things. Perfect, perfect, perfect. We have one person going for logs. Okay. We are back in business. I got the storehouse worker going. All right. We're back in business. No one to build anything. That's fine. Right now, I just got to get my approval back up. It is so brutal on this harder difficulty. Okay. I'm going to put one person in the firewood cutter. I'm going to pull the individuals out of logging. And put one person in the storehouse. We need to get the firewood to market, and then we can get our 50%. Right now, it's weighing heavy. The approval bonuses are also kind of wonky right now in the beta testing. I've noticed this, and some others have noticed. Like, even when you do everything right, sometimes it takes a bit for it to catch up. Another thing that's probably hurting me is if it consumes food and then it calculates whether or not you have your approval bonuses. So if I don't have enough meat to be consumed, I could not have enough meat to hit my 100% food variety bonuses. So that's kind of a pain too. So you need to make sure that you have not just 2 food types, but enough to handle the consumption of 1 month. All right, we're at 50%. So if I can hold this by the end of the year, we'll be okay. I think we can. We have a lot of fish. I'm going to pull the gentleman out of the fish because we have 100. I'm going to double up on the hunting camp. We need to make sure we have enough meat that at the beginning of the next month when it's consumed, we don't just drop. We need to have enough in the granary up there. All right, we're doing a great job. The woodcutter's doing his work. We're at 51%. It is looking like we are not all going to die in our sleep, which is a fantastic place to be. Wonderful, wonderful. All right, I'm feeling a lot more optimistic. We just got loaded up with a bunch of meat. All right, we got 12 meat. Just need to maintain this, and at the beginning, oh, we dropped. So you see, I had enough. He just hates me. Oh, okay. So yeah, there is this factor to, the beta test. But so what I think we're gonna do is shoot for the tanner. We just have to basically hit every dot that we possibly can. And right now it's saying you need some boards. So let's get a guy making boards. Wonderful. And this road no longer needs to be there. We're only going to have the split road right there. Perfection. And this is just to give everybody involved a little bit more access. Looks like I already messed up, but that's okay. Nothing I can do about that. Big old plot over there. It's the beginning of freaking January. It keeps bombing on me. So, yeah, I'm going to need to get the leather up, too. You basically just have to have everything in order to not have it go down too much. We have 100% food. We have 100% everything else. We have plenty of meat and fish. We have plenty of firewood. We have enough firewood for 10 months, so I'm going to take the woodcutter out. All right, we're at 55% now. Can I just have one family, please? One family makes a huge difference. So we're going to put one person in the tannery. Hopefully we can get some clothing in. All right, we're at 57%. The negatives seem to last longer. Like there's this residual negative. There you go. Right at the beginning of February, it just pops right down to 49%. It's not calculating things correctly. All right, we finally got our family, and it finally stopped screwing with me. Wonderful. It only took a year. We're beautiful now. All right. Things are looking up for us. Things are looking up. All right, we're going to get that apple money now. And let's start upgrading all of these houses to double burgage plots. The extra living space. We want as many people moving in as possible. I have 1 free available living space and 7 more coming. But now that it's finally giving me a new family every month, we're going to be in good shape. But yeah, let's get the trade post up and let's start making some money a different way. We have a wooden church. We have a lot of the things that I wanted. We have a trading post. The tavern is going to go right here. Well, tavern. Gonna be great. Get the well up right there. And we don't want to build anything for quite some time now. I need to start getting the single burgage plots up so that we can start making bows. And we need them to build these houses out so we can attract another family. We just got another family, but we need to get one of these up ASAP. We need to start assigning people. I'm going to get one in the forester. I'm going to get one in the fishing hut. I think he's fine with where he's at. He can't even fish that fast. Hunter's going strong. Everybody's going strong. Perfect. We are finally at a point where I can move advanced tab in the saw pit, and we're going to boot that up to a reserve of 6. As soon as I can get 6 timber, I'm going to start building out the crafters. Got kind of hurt by the game not recognizing my approvals at the beginning of every month. You kind of just have to, you know, go with the flow. It's kind of weird. I'm not doing anything different. I have 76% approval now. So, kind of annoying, but whatever. Everybody's doing a fantastic job now. Keeping everybody happy. So the things that I can kind of trade right now are definitely going to be firewood. And we'll do anything over 100. There we go. Let's get that next family. Perfect. We're going to have 20 spearmen now, so we can go out and get that money. Go out and get paid. And we need to start taking every bandit camp to slow down his progress, but it's too late. He's going to be attacking me pretty shortly, probably within a year or so. Luckily, I have enough for a mercenary army. All right, we're going to go out with 19 people because I just cannot wait anymore. Nice. We're going to put someone in the trade post. We're going to start trading. Let's take a little gander at everything that we have going on. We can go to tier 2. That's fantastic, but I don't want to incur negatives. You incur a lot of negatives, so I need to make sure that I'm getting these houses to tier 2. I'm going to put one other individual into the logging camp, since that seems to be the bottleneck right now. Turn off run. Oh, weird. All the bandits are dead here? I could have come out ages ago. All right. It's going to be one of those games. It's going to be one of those games where everything just it doesn't make any sense. All right, perfect. Let's speed this up. All right, we got our 6, finally. So 3 single burgages here, 3 single burgages over there. That's all of our crafters. We're going to pull one guy out of this. We have a second family that just moved in. We're really starting to ramp up the families, and that's a wonderful thing. I have, within half a year, we can start into producing a bunch of bows, and that's going to be great. That's probably one of the first trade routes I want to get up, is to start making bows. I also need to start moving my industry. So I think logging makes a whole lot more sense right around these parts. There's a nice little bend right here, so that's perfect. We can still keep the sawmill as close to the storehouse as possible, which I think is advantageous for many reasons. I was thinking I could do something cool, but I couldn't. All right, so we're just going to put it here for now. I do feel the need to put some roads in between some of this stuff, make it a little bit more user-friendly. That will allow him to run up to the storehouse, and that will allow them to get things here pretty easily. So what I need to do now is spend my money. So veggies here, but we want to do apples on the side. I'm going to get all the apples up first since they take the longest to get growing. Now this is forward thinking, you know, 4 to 5 years I'm really going to need these apples. Get the veggies up too. And I still have a little bit of money left over, which is a wonderful place to be. And with that money, I can get more ox. So I think this is a wonderful location for hitching posts. So we'll speed that up. I'm going to summon the mighty and majestic spearmen. I am actually going to engage this enemy because I really need the influence, and I need to deny them the influence. So we're going to walk it so we can go down the line and see what we're missing. Everything's at 100%. Even the trade is going well. For trade, let's see. The first thing I should do is buy the warbow trade route, since trade routes go up a lot. So if I buy warbows now instead of buying it for 150 later, for instance, like if I wanted to sell firewood, if I wanted to buy even planks, start selling planks, it's a lot cheaper to buy those routes than it is warbows. So that's a good move, like your very first thing. So this was 3, now it's 6, right? But if I would have purchased firewood trade route first, those trade routes would have been so much more expensive. So much more. Yeah, 150, like right after the first one. So now I can sell warbows right off the bat. That's going to be a game changer for my economy, getting up as fast as possible. So we're going to need a clay furnace. We're going to need a stone. Let's get a guy in the stone cutter camp. I'm eventually going to have granaries down here. What we're going to do is have a granary with a road around it. And we could actually just use this road here. It would actually make the most sense. Put the granary right off here, and we'll have honey, and they'll collect honey, veggies, apples, and everything. We'll probably have like 1 or 2 workers per. I just thought it would look cool, and it would definitely be pretty darn efficient. So let's get the clay mine down here. Look at all that wood we have. This is actually a really good industrial area when you look at all that wood that's here. Way more wood than it's over here. So it's all going to work out really well. All right, and the families are really starting to come in now, which is great. I'm hoping we can get a bow production going up as soon as possible. We're going to focus on producing bows for our army and for trade, and that is going to lead to pretty absurd amounts of money. And I'm just going to charge. You know what? Screw it. You charge me, I charge you. That's how it works. Speed this up. We lost 1 individual from that. That's not bad. Oh, there it is. It was just a little bit of a delay. I was like, what? We're going to put that in the treasury. Treasury is a little bit harder to get right now. We need to start thinking about the manor. So I'm going to get these guys to come back to work. We got, you know, a good amount of apple trees going. This is going to look nice. The new logging camp is up. Let's go in and increase the radius. This is actually insane. There we are. We're going to place a forester over here now. I'm also going to place another logging camp over here in this little corner. And let's order another ox. Yay, ox. And let's upgrade a hitching post. So this is great. We're doing fantastic. And there's a lot of wood over here. It's like the perfect amount for a woodcutter's lodge. There's also here we could do a woodcutter's lodge. All right. The logging camp over here, I'm just going to let it keep doing its thing. Stone cutter, I want him just to get all this stone out of the way. The fisher is doing great. We're going to have him build 1 more, because eventually we're going to need to start fishing a lot. All right, and now we have someone who moved in. We just need the boards, so I need to have them just keep on keeping on. Perfect. I think right now ox are going to be the thing that holds us back. You can see he's almost claimed all of the regions. Hard difficulty, he comes at you real fast. We're going to increase the logging camp to 3 individuals. I'm going to just already start putting someone in the forester. We have a lot of free families right now, so this is actually great. Let's see, we're at 100%. We're at exactly 10 burgers plots with 11 constructed. All right, tier 2. We have no more available living spaces. Perfect. So again, I'm going to get my industry buildings up first. This is a mistake I've made in so many gameplays and come to regret just not getting them up fast enough. And once this gent goes to tier 2, I'm going to have him start making bows. And then the next goal is to get everybody up to tier 2, get that passive income coming in, and increase our pantry size, start building out granaries, start getting the design dialed in. I'm going to drop the firewood down to 50. We just need to sell enough to get 10. So I'll need to pull back right there. Money goes fast. I made some bad decisions. All right, let's get 2 people on firewood. There we go. There's our 10. Boom. Bows. Perfection. Okay, we're in business now. We are in business now. We have a lot of lumber coming in. Tier 2 on him. Tier 2 on these guys. Get all of our new industry buildings up to tier 2, and then I'm going to go down the farm lot. I just need to start really ramping up production. I could definitely have 2 bowyers if I wanted to, but 1 is usually enough to do a lot of things in this game. All right, here we go. So we're going to start making 4 bows. We're going to set our production to 100, and we're going to go to trade. And I'm honestly thinking I might just start trading all of them, but we'll set a quota of 40 because we need 36. We got our first level. We're going to put straight into advanced pond keeping. We really need to, that'll help us fish during the frozen periods. All right, now we can start tier 2ing all of these burgers plots. We got a lot of wood coming in, so that's great. Saw pit's going strong. Once I get more money in, I can start ordering more ox. I think once we start selling these this firewood and these bows. Firewood is such a good early game trade. Like, you really can't discount it. It's the make or break it. Let's get another ox in here. This is fantastic. I have 4 ox now. Got a bunch of free families. Pause the game real quick so I can actually see what I'm doing. We're gonna want 4 double burgage plots here. Perfect. And the same over here. 4 double burgage plots. Perfection. That is the southern strip right there. That is more than enough families. We're going to be growing big, strong burly men now. I think we have money coming in, so I am going to start getting my archers up. And I'm going to start upgrading my hitching post so we can order more. We have a lot of money. We have 64. It's not like a crazy amount of money, but it's a lot. It's enough for us. And let's start getting our burgage plots up. And we definitely want to start expanding living spaces. Perfect. We're growing strong now. We're growing fast. Keeping everybody happy. We're going to have to start getting into farming and alcohol production here soon. Small tavern should be the next thing that I get up. Ox are definitely one of the most in-demand products right now. So we better get up more hitching posts so we can order more. And the best place to put hitching posts is usually right next to the logging camps themselves. So one thing I can suggest is to actually permanently assign a livestock to the saw pit. It's expensive, but oh my god. And especially at this stage of the game, it could really make a huge difference. I think, and yeah, given that the lag is there, we gotta do it. Because boards are so important to our warbow production, everything. And we're not going to go for that bandit camp because I need all of my men working right now. And I just get so distracted. What we need to focus on is just building out an army and getting into the manor. All right, so now we have an ox assigned to this location. It's really going to start ramping up. The bandit raiders are coming for us. They might be attacked by the Lord's army. So I don't have the forces. I mean, I could technically try to take it, but I don't want to risk it. We're gonna buy this very cheap band of people. Another nice thing about having these open sections is you have a lot of areas that you can fight, and you can use these farmlands as a way to channel the enemies. So it's kind of an early fortification. I'm gonna try to guard my archers the best I can. I don't really care if their men die. Here we go. Here's the fight. Alright, here comes the more banditos. Right, let's push forward. Come on, guys. Any day now. Alright, sometimes you need to pull your archers back a bit. They get a little weird. Alright, let's end this. Let's end this. There we go. Nice, we got a little influence off that. Let's pause the game. Let's look for any bandito camps. Looks like there's one up north. I'm going to send my men back to work. I'm going to send these guys up to attack the bandit camp and maybe get a little coin in our pocket. Because they're not exerting themselves a lot. They're not exerting their stamina as much. Because they don't want their men to die. But I don't care about these people. I paid good money for them, so I need to make my money. All I really care about is getting the camp. As long as I hit the bandits first, I'll get the money and I'll get the influence. There we go. Perfect. There we are. There's that money. No, get the camp. There we go. All right, I'm going to put it in my treasury. I was going to put it in my town, but my town doesn't need it. All right, we did it. Now we can disband. We're in good shape. We got the influence. We got the money. We're golden. The next thing that I need to do is get up the manor. So let's pause real quick. I'm trying to think where I want to put the manor. There are a few places I could put it. Kind of actually like the southern area here. If the enemy attacks, I've seen most of their armies spawn from over here. So I feel like actually placing the manor up right here would actually do a decent job. But it will, you know, stop some expansion of industry. But this is great. Right here. Right next to the city. Everything's golden. Perfection. Okay. So these burgage plots, we're going to be doing chicken eggs and stuff like that. And they're going to house a lot of people. We're going to have a lot of mouths to feed here eventually. Let's start getting everything up. So all of these are going to be doubles. There should be a total of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Boom. And this is all of the houses in the design. Perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. There we are. All of our stuff in between. So this to me is what a historical village would look like if it were grid-based and you were using the burgage plots that they used at the time. We have a lot of dead bodies over here. Let's put an individual into the church. And let's continue to order more ox. I know I kind of want to buy a horse, but honestly, I think we're okay on money right now. And I think the places that we're hurting are just not having enough of other things. Let's put 2 people in the hunting camp. Put 2 people in the fishing. I don't think we can even fish all of this. Just to be careful, though, I am going to set a limit of 250 on these gents. That's good. 250 is good. Even if I overfish, I should be pretty darn good. All right. I don't think it's possible, though. There's just not a lot of families over there. Perfect, perfect. These are all of our producers. So these gents right now can already be put into chickening. The chickening is happening. This will really help us maintain multiple food sources. The main thing I'm going to need, though, is a granary. And with multiple granary workers, this is a lot easier than you think. I am going to dial in my granaries to have a certain level of market stalls. So don't worry if it doesn't make sense right now, because it will. So him right there and him right there. I think that's great. The manor is up. Cool. We're doing great. If I can, I would like to start taxing, even if it's just a little bit. We want to get a full grouping of retinue. So we will want to expand into the garrison tower now. Perfection. Eventually I will be getting into farming. And so you can see that we have all the barley farming around here. Great. The southern area was also good for barley farming. We're not going to need that much. We're going to be using ox, I think, for sure, to reduce logistical costs. This whole area right here is definitely going to be strip farming. It's going to be great. We could go this way, or we could go that way. Yeah, it's going to be uniquely interesting, that's for sure. And we should try to upgrade every and any building we can. We're going to need multiple people in the storehouse now. Once this granary goes up, I'm going to put an individual in to start using market stalls. We're going to need more and more people. We have a lot of burgage plots up. A lot of people moving in. You can see that we're actually really healthy on individuals. Yeah, we're getting really decent. Okay, 1 individual here, upgrade it. We're going to do the same thing. 1 individual here, upgrade it. That's going to give us our 3 food types for 20 burgage plots, which is how many we have occupied currently. We're going to need a lot more workers here momentarily. But things are in motion. This is really, really decent. We're going to put 1 more person into the storehouse. Need to maintain those high values. This is great. So now we'll have individuals to collect everything. I'm going to disallow fish and meat from those granaries since they're being supplied by the granary worker up here. We'll definitely want to upgrade this gent at the next point that we can. But, yep, everything is great. We got 2 people here. We got 2 people here. Got plenty of food. We got lots of veggies. We got lots of fish. Meat could definitely use a little bit of work. So let's get prepared to start at least getting 1 more family out there. You can get quite a bit of deer. All right. Everything is awesome, though. Let's get another ox. All right. So it's time to really get into the farming part of all of this. So let's take a kind of interesting perspective here. We need to start organizing everything a little bit better. I'm going to start moving everything over here. This logging camp, in fact, is now going to come over here. And we're going to get ready to start doing some good farming around here. So I'm going to want to actually break apart the road system that I have, destroy the stone cutter that has gotten all the stone out of this area. We need to let them kind of cook, let them kind of connect everything. So this area right here, I think is perfect the way it is. So let's go into the construction tab. Farming field tool, look at barley. We can see that the majority of barley is in the upper region here. A good amount right in this sector. So this is perfect, I think. And I believe that a farmhouse right here makes a whole lot of sense. I am going to try to figure out how I can get this to look nice. I think a center road going perfectly straight like so is wonderful. We do want to have, you know, some connecting points to make this a little bit easier. So we're going to go into plows now. We're going to leave it at that. So I'm thinking I'll go fish, honey, apples, plow. And then I'm going to try to think about my next steps. I haven't fully decided, but this will definitely get us a good portion of the way there. Now, if I do barley on all of the area over here, which I definitely want to do, in long strips, we're going to do 0.5 to 1 Morgan strips. We're going to be able to grow barley and emmer in this area, so it's honestly perfect. And I think that the area that we have right here is really nice. I'm going to suggest potentially that we have a road right there and just, you know, kind of give ourselves a little bit of space for some more fishing huts if necessary. Probably not, but this is a good basis for everything. We can just go straight across. So we're going to start at the top here, and we're going to use the smallest strips we can. You can see this is 0.7, which is quite a bit. So this is actually going to be really interesting because we have some really long points. But I think this is going to work. As long as we don't go over 1 Morgan, the ox plows will work just fine. Ox plows are really difficult to get to work on anything over the 1 Morgan. And that is because only 1 ox can be on a field at a time. And by the time they get done plowing, then individuals can start doing seeds. And usually by that time it is too late and you don't get your full yield from that plot and things just go kind of haywire. So we have some supplies on the field, so let's let them collect that. But we're going to use the historical strip farming and we're going to get a lot done. Like I said, we're going to have a farmer's house right here, the granary. We can even have the baker's oven in this area, and we could easily do a lot of good stuff here. Let's also upgrade this large granary. We got good food production here, and that will allow these large granaries to focus on all the other stuff. We're in good motion. We just got to continue pushing forward. I'm loving it. All right. So we're also going to get up our second storehouse, which I'm going to have right here, all within good trading distance. Trade house is selling bows. We're making a good chunk of coin right now. This is great. Now we also need to get a clay furnace up. I'm going to try my best to allocate space efficiently. There we are. It gives me a little sector for something else. And I think we have the salt, or sorry, not the salt, but the clay right there. Perfect. So we'll get him going and we'll keep going. All right. And so we're going to start getting ready. We need to get the tavern up as well. And we just need to start getting ready to go into alcohol production, especially when you get to tier 2. So we're going to need ourselves a malt house. Let's put the tavern down. I like to have the tavern and things like that central, like this. Like I said, around the marketplace. Makes it look really nice. Wonderful. And around this granary, we're going to have all the honey production. It's going to be great. And this granary over here is just going to kind of be a free spirit. Fantastic. We're going to want to upgrade this well so it can service all the burgage plots in the area. We're going to want to start trying to upgrade that as soon as possible. But let's get our malt house up right behind our alcohol producer. Perfect. And we have a lot of space. I'm trying to make the midsection a little spacious. There we go. Get the road connected. Let's get this going. Perfection. Everything is definitely in order. So we don't want fish in this, and we don't want meat stored here. And the same over there. We don't want these guys going out and getting fish and meat. than focusing on the local stuff. Once I get the bread stuff in shape, I'll also start going that direction. Okay, so let me get up all my farm plots. Again, we're just doing simple 0.5 to 1 Morgan strips. And we're making them long and thin so that the ox can plow them efficiently. And I think we'll go with 0.8s here at the bottom since the others are a little bit more to keep the flow. And this guy is going to be special. He's going to be a full 0.8er. Perfect. Okay. So now that all of these are about 0.8, I can divide them. We have 13. So that's perfect. We're going to do 4 and then 5 at the top. But what we're going to do is go wheat and then barley. And this will help increase the fertility of each other. You'll actually get full yields. So 4 of these is wheat and barley. And then the next one alternating. That way we have 4 wheat and 4 barley yielding every single year. And then the third rotation, wheat and barley like this. So, and we're going to have 5 of them. Yeah, wheat and barley like that. And we're going to have 5 of these. So this year it will, you know, produce a little bit more, but that's okay. It's okay to be just like a tad bit off. You don't want to be too crazy, but this is great. Now, the one kicker is we basically have 4 fields a year to plow and do all that stuff with. So I'm hoping that 2 ox should be sufficient. If it's not, we'll have to put another farm up, get ourselves some more plows. I think it's going to be just right. I think it's going to be just perfect. We're in the middle of a drought right now. You can see the terrain is all different. So we're going to have a little bit of a bad harvest this year. The fish population is also brutalized by droughts, and that can really offset a lot of your food supply. Remember what I said? We're going to go all chickens on a lot of these guys. We're going to hold off on increasing the living space for just a bit. We have a lot of areas for people to move in, and it's just not really what we need to do. Getting multiple food types, though, is going to really help us maintain our approval bonuses, and so that is probably the most important thing that we can do right now. But yeah, chickens for the win. It's going to be a glorious, glorious day for us. There we are. Chickens, chickens, chickens. Now, these bottom 4 double burgers plots are also going to be chickens. We already got the chickens going there. Perfect. And then all of these are industry. Okay. So we got the boyer. The next thing we're going to need are boots. We don't have tools, so I can make my own tools. I do not have iron. We're going to have to import iron, and this is probably the best way to do it, quite honestly. So we're going to place a bloomery, and we can't place any of that stuff there. We can place this stuff easily at the bottom. So we're going to place a smithy, and we're going to place a bloomery right here, and it's going to be glorious. Wonderful. Perfect. Let's get another ox. We're going to need quite a bit of ox for the setup that we have here. Let's continue to expand more hitching posts. Everything is looking pretty darn good, actually. So I think we're in good shape. We need to upgrade these gents. We got a lot of people pulling in logs. I think we're not actually full up. Yep, cool. We'll need to build more logging camps to store all of the timber. So I know we want to take timber from over there. We likely at some point will want to take timber from this region over here. So we're just going to get that guy up for now, but we might... Actually, let's hold off. We might be doing the farming up here because some of the best barley was right there. And the Lord is getting closer and closer. So I also want to get a blacksmith up. I want to start making crossbows as fast as possible. I'm not too afraid of the Lord, although I probably should be a tad bit afraid of him. We're taxing. Well, we can hold off to see what we want to do as far as recruiting goes. Perfect. Smithy is up. All right. So what we're going to do is set up an import for iron. Now, the great thing is we don't really need a whole lot of iron ore right now. So I'm not going to buy a trade route for it. We're going to put a surplus of 20 desired. Wonderful. Okay, we're in good shape. Says we have 3 months worth of fuel. So that is a concern. Let's look at our work area. All right, we got a good work area. We're going to do 3 months. I think we're selling too much firewood now. I had knocked it down because we needed the money. So now we're going to set it to something healthy like 200 as our surplus. And that should bring us where we need to be. We're starting to get that clay coming in. So let's start, knocking out clay furnaces, get the storehouse up. Just really dialing in and building up that infrastructure. This is fantastic. All right. Let's let them accumulate a little bit of iron before... Oh, we already got 10 iron ore. Isn't that wonderful? So we're going to do a slab production of 20. That way we don't just import iron ore indefinitely and create like 700 slabs. We don't need that much. And then over here for production limits, let's just set this to 5 tools. I'm going to hold off on putting any individuals. You can see that we're dropping now because of the lack of entertainment taxation. That lack of entertainment is coming from the lack of alcohol. So I do need to get production going over here. So first thing I want to do is go to livestock and assign 2 livestock to this. And you need about 1 family per 1 Morgan to efficiently do it. With the ox, though, I think we can get away with 3 families for the 4 Morgans. Because 1 ox can plow as well as 4 families. So I think 3 families is going to cut it. But, we can always change that. So we're going to take people from other industries right now. And we might as well just go all in on upgrading to tier 2 since I kind of just, shot myself in the foot, so to speak. And let's get the barley coming in. All right, I'm trying to think where I can take people from. All right, we got that going on. Let's take a gander. We could take 1 guy out of the fishing because that's not doing too well. It looks like meat's going down. Okay, we got 2 people to build. I'll have to come back and reapply people to certain industries in a bit. The veggies are coming in good. Well, the apples are starting to come in. Mid-level, you actually get immature apple yields now. So between the veggies, eggs, the meat, and the fish, once the fish come back, I think we'll be in good shape. All right, look at that. And yeah, we just keep going all the way. Oh, this is great. And you can see the plows are doing look how that's what I'm talking about right there. So these strips are amazing. The plows are incredibly productive on these long strips. They're like zooming across. So this is great. We're gonna have some good yields. Oh, I just realized. Yeah. We're gonna have to do 8. So 8. Okay, so there's actually 6. So we're gonna need at least 4 families, I think, to help seed. You can see they're trying to do it by hand, but it's just not gonna cut it. Give it time. Everything's gonna come into play. The houses here are gonna work the farms up there. I mean, we have roads, we have pathways, so they don't even have to go to the farm to start working. They can just come straight out of their houses like that. So yeah, there we go. We got people seeding. You can see that they're pretty effective. So the more I need to get everybody, I need to get drunk. I need to get these people drunk. It's actually really that simple. And let's get the church upgraded as soon as possible. Looks like I've already plowed through all of my stone. All right, we're gonna pause. So we're gonna import stone. We're not gonna buy a trade route because we can just have them come by foot. I'm gonna set this to 50, and that's a good quota for us for that. And the small tavern I can upgrade, but we got to hold off. So yeah, what I want to do is upgrade this. And right now we are making... Yep, we're making clay roof tiles. So upgrading the church is going to be a requirement for these tier 2s. And we also need to start making boots. So once I can get the boots coming in, we're going to be in good shape. So we need to get someone in the smithy. Making those tools. Get the boots going. Start dialing back in the approval so we can attract more families. I mean, we're doing pretty good. You can see that the ox are doing a fantastic job. But yeah, see how much more productive the ox are on these long strips? Because they have to turn around and go all the way back. I mean, they're still really productive even on these fields, but they just cover so much ground on those strips. And yeah, there we go. We got 3 people seeding. This is the big bottleneck, though, is... Did the ox finish in time enough for them to start seeding? Because if that doesn't get done, you'll come over here and you'll see, oh crap, they didn't seed the whole thing, But we're going to have some pretty minor yields our first year. Actually, these aren't really minor. That's a lot of grain. Okay. So, that is a lot. So part of my design is to incorporate things, you know, where they want to be. I could even bring the bakeries and a lot of that stuff down here, or I can center it around the granary right here. I think centering it around the granary is probably the best thing we can do. And 71%. Okay, right here, 91%. Boom. Cool. All right. And then we're going to put... Oof, that took 10 stone, though. I'm going to hold off on the oven. I need all the stone I can to upgrade this church. All right, church first. Because upgrading that church is going to help us. We do not want to go down to 25% approval. That would be pretty darn bad. Let's pause the game real quick. Let's go in here. All right. We just need the regional wealth now. So we can keep the guy in the smithy. Pop the gent out of the bloomery. Have him start building the church. Pop the gent out of the clay furnace. Have him assist building up all these new buildings. And our passive wealth should bring us to where we need to be to start making boots. So we're in okay shape. But this is the danger when you're playing on the hardest difficulty. When you start upgrading too quickly. If you don't hit those demands, the negatives have... So if you don't meet a demand, the negatives are twice as much as normal. So they really start hurting. They really start hurting. Okay. Fuel's coming back up. Everybody's happy again-ish. Cobbler's Workshop. All right. And then I also think we're going to put the big ones over here. So, blacksmith. Here we're going to do... He's a little far away from the tavern. So how many do I have in this? Oh, wow. I only have 34. So, what I would probably suggest you do, if you can, is have a burgage plot right next to the tavern or in this area to start making booze. We're not going to be able to get him up fast enough is the problem. But that doesn't mean you can't do it at a later point. But for now, we're going to want to do it right there. So we need to get this guy up to tier 2. Yep, we need to get all these industry buildings to tier 2. And we'll turn him into our boozer. But... yeah, we're gonna want a booze machine, I think, right here. And I kind of like that these houses just kind of feel different from the others, but we need the extension. Perfect. So yeah, we'll have the brewer family right there. Everything's lining up perfectly. 100 freaking wheat. This is insane. This is 64, 93, 100. Oh my god. We literally do not need any more grain. This is like 400 bread. We're going to be able to trade so much bread. This is all we need. So if I do any more fields, they're probably just going to be for alcohol production. We may not even have to do that. So there's some really good places for fields. We could even say, you know what, this would be a good spot. And I don't disagree. Because that really is a good spot right there. So if I need more, we have it. I do want to line everything up with where the green ends. I would say the green ends kind of like right here. But that will be another little farming area. And then we have this area right here that's perfect, honestly, for a little bit more firewood if necessary. We're getting back up there. We got the stone church going up. We got one family building. But we're going to be in good shape. Right now, like I said, sometimes you kind of don't want to go into... This is the problem. It's like you have to go into tier 2 to get bows, right? I mean, like I have to go into tier 2 to get things going. I have a blacksmith now, so I want to make iron parts. And I'm going to start making 20. So we're importing iron, and I need to still continue to make bows. But I also want to make crossbows here momentarily. So we're just going to hold off. We're going to put a cap of 40 shoes, because that's how many burgage plots we're going to have. I'm going to bump that up 50% of what I need, just in case there are any inventory issues or glitches. That's kind of like my logic. It's like totally not necessary, but that's just the way that I think. I like to overkill stuff. And it doesn't really hurt me. It's just, you know, a handful of boots, and it might be all the difference between my city being annoying or not. All right, so let's look at our 100s. Yeah, we're in good shape. I knew we were. So we need to just start ramping up production. Veggies, apples, eggs. So you can see eggs are really doing a good job keeping the 3 food types in check. So that's already paying off in dividends. And we realistically just need to let them, you know, do their thing. So these ones didn't get seeded in time. We didn't have enough families. I would also argue we didn't have enough ox. So I think what we're going to do now that we have this all together is this does look like the perfect location for barley, and this area down here is dead. If I need to do any more farming, it's going to be purely barley. So I think that a farm right here makes the most sense, centralized, and we can pull 2 families out of this farmhouse here. Oh, wait. They're working right now. We're going to pull 2 out, and we're going to get more. But we need to continue to order more ox, because we're going to need an absurd amount of them. We also want to get a couple more ox posts just in this area, so things are closer. But yeah, the grain is going to come in pretty well. And things are going back to normal. Fish are going to take a bit to get back to normal because that drought really did a solid number on them. And the church, you know, church is doing its thing. We're at 52%. We're going to start attracting families again. Everything is fantastic once more. Okay. Yeah, this is not bad. This is not bad. Okay, so we got the tools made. We're going to pop him out. I'm going to go back into the bloomery with that gent. And hopefully the blacksmith can start pumping out iron parts. We're going to want a joiner's workshop too. Let's upgrade that. Okay. So, we're going to build a house there, but we need to get the booze room up right here. That's great. Right now, we just need more boards. I think the ox bottleneck will be one of the first things we hit. We have 7 free ox. 2 are reserved for farming. 1 is reserved for the saw pit. And I would definitely reserve 1 for the saw pit, just with the way the game's currently working. Let's bust our boards up to a higher number, 80. And yeah, we just got a new family, thankfully. And I think we're gonna need to go to the advanced tab. We already got this guy. We need to get 2 people in the logging camp. We're running low on a lot of things. Other than that, though, we're gonna get some barley. And we definitely need a couple more families for what we're doing, but I think we're in good shape. Yeah, and if you're not sure how many farmers you need, just kind of look at it and be like, am I getting, you know, good yields? Am I getting a good amount? And if you're not, you know, up 1 family at a time until you see them working well. In general, though, 1 Morgan is 1 day, so like one family can easily do 1 Morgan. Is what I'm noticing. I used to go off of a 0.75 Morgan, but now I'm doing 1. But 1 ox has the plow strength of 4 families, so pretty darn powerful. All right, we got another raiders coming in 365 days. Our food production is starting to really pick up now. Our wood's doing decent. It looks like we're just hurting in a couple of spots. Our economy is not rocking right now, and that's because we're kind of in that growth stage. Once I get some better stuff, so I'm gonna start selling anything over 250 vegetables, even if it's just a little bit at a time. Right now, everything I can get into the coffers here is gonna help us. Every penny is helping. So on that same token, we want to start upgrading everything to tier 2, but hopefully we can get enough. And when I see them start harvesting, I might take families out of certain professions and throw them all into the farm to assist. All right, we got a little bit of money, and so I'm going to order another ox. We just need so many of them. Nice, another family. I'm going to pop him right into the farmhouse. But we were able to get everything... See, we weren't... Yeah, the crops are growing. We were able to get everything seeded. So yeah, we're actually doing fine. Everything is properly seeded, so that actually means that 4 families can do 8 with ox. That's pretty powerful, but that would take 8 families. So yeah, the ox cuts down the plow time, and then everyone can seed. And the real question is, can they harvest everything in time, though? Because the ox don't assist with that. So, alright. Well, we have 14 additional spaces for people to move in. Everything's doing pretty decent right now. We're at 100% on everything. We only have 3 food types. We have 21 occupied, though. We're going to have to start increasing. We're going to need 1 more gent. And I think that, given everything going on, I'm going to put that guy up here. I feel like 1 is more than enough to do everything up here. Got to keep ourselves at those 400s. All right, storehouse there. I'm going to turn this guy on so that we start compiling things in more areas. And we're going to have to pray to the god of, I don't know, some god. We're going to have to just shout at the skies to deliver us more families. But I think we're going to be in good shape once that barley starts coming in. Hopefully we don't get like a drought or something that just kind of rips us apart. But, yeah, the seasons are going to come up here pretty quick. We have a few building projects, but that new family is going to start working on them for us. And nice, we have 58. So we just need to continue to upgrade everything to tier 2. And once I get the alcohol coming in, things are going to be great. I guess I'm also taxing. So I could have turned my taxes off, but I really need... You know what? We don't even have enough money. Like, we don't even have enough regional wealth to tax. So I'm just going to turn it off for now, so we're not incurring that negative. It's not really helping. What's going to help me bring in more regional wealth is more people. And getting my bread economy up. Because once we get the bread economy up and we start trading bread, that's going to be huge. Yeah, that's going to be big. Big money. You can even just straight up sell wheat. But everything else is doing great. Here we go. Veggies are starting to come in pretty strong. All right. What are we at? Yeah, 9 months. Okay. Could have sworn that I had a forester for this area. So we do need to get a forester up over here. I'm going to put him a little bit away from the village. I'm not going to do any roads. Manor is fine where it is. Yep, perfect. Okay, so this is where the manor is. Yeah, I don't really want to do a road like that. I'm just going to do a road like that for now. I'll have to take this region down here if I want to do anything crazy. All right. New family moving in. We're doing great. I think we're going to have a decent barley haul. The boozer needs to go up now. Boozing is upon us. Wonderful. All right, and then we're going to need a couple of other buildings, like a joiner. Actually, that's really it. We just need a joiner, and then we have an extra crafting if we need. But I'm going to hold off because I don't want... every time I do that, one of my assigned families goes away. But he's going to be the boozer for now until someone moves into this gent. And then I'll probably destroy this building and rebuild it. If you can upgrade the buildings, but they get all glitchy. I found it's best just to destroy the burgage plots and then rebuild them with just the current state of the game. But, yeah, that's me. All right, we're gonna add a plowing station. It's gonna be fantastic. And let's get an ox and upgrade both of these hitching posts. Perfect. Need to keep the ox coming in. The fish are not at a place where we can really do anything. I think the animals are actually kind of depleted. That's interesting. So we'll let them catch up too. They're going to come out and start harvesting here pretty soon. Should get ourselves a nice crop and start to get alcohol coming in. All right. All right. I'm kind of thinking I'm going to set the bloomery to 40 slabs now. I want to get this pumped out. And let's see, do we have enough widgets? We have 61 shoes, we have 20 iron parts. Okay, so this is going to kind of hurt. I'm not going to have bows being produced for money, but we're going to start working on our crossbow unit. If we can get 1 crossbow unit, it's really going to aid our chances of survival. And survival, it can be pretty tough. Especially when you're like us right now and you're just, you know, we are not fully ready for what's coming. I almost want to preemptively attack him because he's got a big area. But I'm going to have to wait. And what's cool is we have kind of a jagged edge over here, but we can do a bridge across right there. That's pretty neat. So let me see. I almost want to do a bridge right here, because if the enemy comes from this direction, instead of going around by land, they'll try to cross this bridge. And if they try to cross that bridge, I can hold them. So bridges are good. Most likely they'll come from the south and they'll go this way, but I might be able to like trick them into attacking me. Probably should have put the manor right there. That would have been cool. I didn't want it to get in the way of my barley though. There we are. Perfection. And I think what we're gonna do is kind of just go up like this with this road. I like that. Kind of keep it going. There we are. Wonderful. All right, we got 2 families building. A pretty decent amount of families. Definitely want to, I kind of think I need to get my approval up to 75%, but that's going to be mainly an alcohol thing. And so harvest season starts in September. So we have 2 free families, and this is almost ready. Wonderful. I need to get this up ASAP. I want to get this up and put my 2 families into it like right now. Like just go all in on that. Wonderful. All right, boom, boom. We're going to put those 2 families in right there. And I'm going to pull 1 family back. I'm going to leave altogether 5. And we're going to reserve 2 ox. I think this is going to be more than enough for what's currently there. And enough for the future when I want to expand. Order 1 more ox. So I have 8 ox for the town and 5 ox assigned to individual industries, 4 being farming and 1 being the saw pit. Got ourselves a new family. All right, look at them go. But yeah, the ox won't assist with the harvesting. I think they will help pick up crops or something like that, but which is nice. Yeah, I think they do pick up the crops and help move them to the farm. Someone correct me if I'm wrong about that. I think I remember reading that a while back. But this is the kicker. So we have September, October, November to pick up all of this harvest. And I kind of feel like we're going to need 6 families just to pick up all the harvest. Like every little bit helps. So there might be something to be said about micromanaging to an extent. At least in the early stages. But yeah, there we go. At least in the early stages when families are low. So I'll probably pull a bunch of people out. I only need 2 families in each of the farmhouses in order to have the ox plow and do all that kind of stuff, but the harvest is where it hurts. Okay. So what do I want to do now? I have not a lot of wood, so I can't pull anyone out of that. The bloomery, I kind of need to keep that going while I'm doing my bulk up stage. For crossbows, we're going to want to cap this at something intelligent like 80 or something. And then once I get 80 crossbows, I can switch out. That'll be enough for 3 units. Actually, oh yeah, because I'll have 36 and then I'll need 72. That's perfect. You want to have a little bit extra too if people die. So, okay. I need someone in this windmill. And I think we're going to do bread. All right, so let's pause. Okay. So we're going to need probably a few ovens. The granary here, let's just X everything out, go down the line. So we don't want any of this. Flour's fine, grain is fine. Meat and fish are the only things, and then bread are the only things. And then even all that's fine, but I don't want them to store barley there. I want barley stored down here. So I'm going to turn off all of those. I don't want alcohol stored anywhere. Malt is definitely down there. Yeah, we're going to have it so that alcohol just goes straight into the tavern. Usually the best way to do it. All right, barley's fine. No bread. Okay, this is good. This is really good. So yeah, booze will just go straight into the tavern. We're going to upgrade the tavern to a large tavern so it can hold more alcohol. The malt house is now going to be activated. The brewery is already up. Okay. So the malt will be stored at the large granary. From the large granary, it will go to the brewer. Actually, now that I'm realizing this, I could see I might keep both of these as brewers, just to just make sure there's a good flow. Yeah, but look at them go. I mean, they're trying to help plow, but we got 4 going. This is really good. I'm feeling a lot more confident with the 4 ox plowing, and we don't need that many families, so we're gonna bump this down. Whoa, there's a lot of stuff there. We're gonna bump that down a little bit. Get these buildings going. All right. Yeah, they're doing great. The roads are decent. Let's extend this road like so. All right. So it looks like we have everything we need. We got the road right there. I'm gonna do one more road line like that. And I think this is good. I think that the amount that we have is fantastic. And hopefully once we get the alcohol coming in, we get over 75%. And we're gonna go into a massive growth spree and an economic spree. I'm gonna put 2 individuals into the trade post now, as we do need more people helping move goods for sale. And our crossbows are going strong. Alright, we're gonna get rid of the bowmen. That will give us some bows that we can sell. And we're just gonna focus on them crossbows. Alright, we're in good shape. We got barley. I saw it. The malt house is going strong. Perfect. And we need to get this large tavern up. I'm gonna up the priority of that. Alright, this one isn't looking too good. They weren't able to get it. They haven't seeded it yet. They will. So, okay. Well, it looks like I'm gonna put 3 people in here. I just need... Yeah, that would be scary. I mean, we're in good shape. They haven't done all of it yet. They're doing it now. Okay. Whew. So, but the bread's going to come in pretty strong. We're going to have quite a bit. We got 24 ale now. So we need to get 1 individual into the tavern. And I'm not sure where I'm going to take that individual from. There are a lot of people. We're going to have to take it from logging. Always up that. Cool. I'm going to put an overstock feature of 10 on. We're going to 40 burger splots. You can store 50 ale. So I'm just going to have it so that they're always storing as if they're 50 burger plots. We have 35, so. But I'm going off of, I can go up to 40 burger plots with this design. Perfect. Entertainment bonuses are here. That's going to ramp us up over that 75%. Once we do that, we'll get 2 families per month. And that will be where we shine. All right. So the booze is coming in pretty decent. So we'll play it by ear. And if we need more booze, we have that option, but we do not need more grain. We have more grain than we're going to know what to do with. It's pretty extreme. We'll need to get those ovens up. All right, let's take a gander. 205 clay. I think the dude in the clay mine is almost done, isn't he? 15 clay. You know what? We won't cancel it, but I'm just going to pull him out for now. That's perfect. Did we... Oh. Okay. We got an okay. We got an okay. Yeah, we were able to seed everything. Perfect. I'm going to pull him out. Okay. And, yeah, I'm trying to just make sure that we're doing a good job here. So put him back in the logging camp. We're about to deforest this whole area. So that's going to be a problem. Forester there. Okay. So, yeah, that pretty much tells me that I'm going to have to. Woodcutter's Lodge here. They made it so that you don't need as big a forest now for these woodcutters, and that's helped out a lot. So you can have them a little far away. It's not going to be terrific, but better than freezing to death, so. Kind of my logic. It's like I might as well just, get him going. But yeah, this gent's going to have to do his thing. We're going to pull everybody out of here, and we're going to get this guy up. He's just going to go ham. So while he's doing his thing over there, the forester can get this area back up for us. Alright, and we're being attacked by the Lord. Okay, thankfully, we can recruit crossbowmen for 250. That's too expensive. We're going to recruit these guys. We're going to run them over. I did not get enough money. It does look like we have a decent amount of crossbowmen. Okay. We need enough money to keep our mercs happy. I don't want to go below 100. Probably should have got a circle up. This is going to be interesting. I'm going to have to be really smart, and I'm going to have to get lucky. But Nowy Nora is under attack. Pretty serious attack. Like I said, we're in year 5. So by year 5, when you're playing on the harder difficulties, you can get attacked by the Lord. He starts pretty early. Okay, and they're making their way over here. All right, we got 6 free families, so let's just continue, to play like we're not about to die. Doing great, doing great. Got the windmill going. Got 1 oven. We're gonna get the oven going. The fishes are going. I think we'll be able to start fishing again normally next year. Our animals are doing weird. I'm actually going to boot this up to 25. I think we might get some better breed rates that way. Alright, we're going to resolve this on the battlefield. Battlefield is over here. So we do need to be in the circle to start the battle, which is super annoying. I think he's going to come from the south, so we're going to have to... Yeah. Oh, thank you, God. The battle's right here. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Fish ponds are... I've won so many battles with fish ponds. Okay. We're going to use the fish pond. Create a buffer. And we're going to use... the few melee units we have, and then the arch, we can use the mercs here. This is perfect. Hopefully he doesn't start burning things down. He has a tendency, if you're too far away, that they will go into torch mode, so you got to be careful. Okay. Where are them? You got to tell these guys to run. Otherwise they walk the whole way, which is nice because, stamina. But okay. I don't know if they can walk across this because it's... Oh no. The fish pond is ice. So I think that, yeah, they can walk across it. It's still though, if you look at it, the pathfinding is still wonky, Oh shit. Yeah, they're burning stuff down. Okay. I gotta get my my gen out there so they don't burn the whole city down. That's one bad thing. You can see they're gunning. They're looking to have a good time. Oh, look at them go. They got good arms, man. I knew that was going to happen. Okay. Well, that was fun. All right, I'm going to use the retinue. And let's get these guys over here. Actually, to be honest, this might be the way to do it. If I leave the retinue there... and my crossbow's here, I can shoot everyone off of the retinue. Can use the retinue as bait. But yeah, they're having a good time. They burnt down a couple of things. But that's life. That's life sometimes. If I survive this, I will be a very happy man. If I survive this, they'll never be able to defeat me. This is the weakest I will ever be. Okay, we're going to leave the bowmen back here. Actually, I think what I'm going to try to do... No, they're going to attack me from this flank over here. And they're going to hit me head on. New plan. New plan. Okay. You guys there. Mercenary archers as a human shield for the crossbowmen. These dudes as a human shield. And we're going to... Scooby-Doo them with my retinue. If you don't know what I mean by that, you'll see. We're basically just gonna piss them off. Alright. Let's get our gents in the middle. You can see the pathfinding is really weird here. Oh, it doesn't work. Okay, cool. So we can use the pond. Perfect. The Scooby-Dooing is full motion then. We'll get this behind our archers over here. Perfect. So they're going to have to turn their backs on my units in order to go around the pond. This is where the pond becomes a destructive force right here. These guys are about to get hit with crossbows and they're not going to be able to make it. Crossbows are the saving grace of everything right now. Okay. There we go. Oh, that was good. That was good. We hurt him. All right. So they're attacking my archers, which is a beautiful thing. They have those guys over there. I'm going to pull my men like so. I'm going to pull my spears like this. All right. And I'm going to try to get some flanking attacks there. I'm just going to throw those guys off to their death. Oh man, my guys are really messing up. We have this in the bag over here. I don't think they can attack me from any other area. Oh god, they're getting weird. They're getting weird already. Shoot, for the love of God, or we die. Okay, we broke them. No, they broke. Okay, they broke my mercs. Okay, here we go. There we go. I don't know where these other gents are. I guess they're right here. The game is kind of glitching out. They're like in the ground. Perfect. Okay. Okay. So what we're going to do is attack them with all of our units. We're going to pray that those guys can hold. This is so bad. We got to kill these archers before they get too strong. Come on, guys. Come on. Get one good shot, please. The city's counting on you. Okay. Okay. I'll take it. I'll take it. We got some good shots off. Okay. They broke. All right. We broke everybody. Okay. So we just have to be able to defend. Yeah, they're under the pond. We're fighting invisible men. Cool. All right. One of my crossbow units is going to have to do the engaging. And what we need to do is just get these units off of our guys as best as possible. Any unit I can route is a unit that isn't going to be shooting at me or hitting me. But the thing is that because they're under the pond, or they're under the ground, that's why. Okay, they're back up now. All right, cool. They're regrouping. All right, it looks like almost all the archers are dead. I'm gonna switch my attention back to the units in front of me. Even if the archers are shooting at me, there's not enough of them alive. Okay, we're doing it. This is a sad day for our village, though. A lot of dead people. Okay, let's start shooting the retinue. Yeah, we lost a lot of spearmen. That's okay. Shoot the retinue. We got to kill as many of the retinue as possible. Okay, there we go. The spearmen sacrificed their lives for the greater good. Whew. That was so close. That was so close. Oh shit, here they come. Okay, we're gonna be ready for them. Don't know what's going on anymore. Is there more? Please say there's not more. We need to kill these people. Okay. All right. They're not going to make it. Or if they do, well, we're screwed, but there we go. Yeah, they're going through the gauntlet. I just need to kill the original army. That was messy. That was a messy, messy battle. Okay, we're in good shape. We're in good shape. That wasn't a totally good battle, but we have set. Oh, man. Thankfully, nothing important was destroyed. We're at 79% approval. We're going to start pulling families in. So it's time for me to get my act together. Joiner's Workshop. We're switching this gent over here back to warbows. And we're going to switch the blacksmith over to spears. We need a good spear unit. We'll get those going. We want to make sure, though, that we are putting quotas on these things. 40 spears. And once the joiner is up. Awesome. Large shields. Go to 40 on that. All right. We're going to have ourselves a great army. I'm going to focus on the spearmen at the moment and get the bows back into production for trade. We do need to get some money going. And let's get these houses to tier 2. We have 5 available living spaces. Okay, let's actually get the tier 2s with extended living spaces. Actually, I want to hold off on... I need someone to move into that burgers plant, but it's okay. I just need to get my economy rolling, man. These people came in and they made me look like a silly person. And I'm not a silly person. Alright, let's do 3 there. I guess I am a silly person. Alright, let's do 6 on the farms. Okay, we're going to be in good shape. We're probably out of booze right now. Nope, we got plenty of booze. Cool. Oh, man, we got a lot. Nice. Yeah, 22 malt. Wow, we're doing great. Okay. I'll take it back. We got 18 iron parts, 4 iron slabs. We just need to keep bringing in the resources. I'm going to put one more horsey in here. Let's assign horses. Oh, we haven't even bought a horse yet. Let's put 3 people in the trade post. Let's really start getting trade going. All right, we got the woodcutter up over here. I'm going to put 2 gents in there, and he is going to take this entire area to town. There we go. Start regrowing this for our people. Need to start taxing here in a little bit. We don't have a lot, and if we can't recruit mercenaries when they attack us in a year or so, we're gonna be in bad shape. But I think we're okay now. Just need to keep getting everybody up to tier 2, especially because we have the alcohol for it. And honestly, we might start doing tier 3 because I think I do have 4 food types now. We do. We have bread, we have veggies, we have eggs, we have apples, we have fish, we have meat. This is a wonderful place. Let's see how much wood we have. Okay, so wood is the main thing holding us back right now. Alright. Well, okay. Maybe I will get a guy up over here. Yeah, we're not going to do any farming here, so this is perfect for another lumber. Let's put another gent in there, and I'll just wait for the 2 families we're going to get this month to help us start building things out again. But we need to get a lot of lumber. I think we're going to be okay. We got the firewood coming in. We got 105 barley. Wow. Wow, yeah, we have so much booze that's going to be coming in. This is great. Tier 3, here we come. What do we need to get to tier 3? Money and boards. Okay. Well, that is the name of the game right now. Cool. Get another ox in. It gives us 6 ox for the town. We definitely need to get a lot more ox. We have 1 more family. We'll get another family on the 15th. You get 1 family on the 1st if you have over 50%, and you get a 2nd family on the 15th or 16th. I can't remember. It's the 15th or 16th. If you have over 75% approval rating, you get your 2nd family for the month. And that is a wonderful and very valuable thing to have. You can see that our grain is pretty darn powerful. We have 230 flour, which will make 400 bread. We have way too... Like, that's what's crazy, is we're not using rye. We're not even... Yeah, it's just... It's so easy to get bread. So, I think I'm going to do something a little crazy, but not really crazy when you think about it. I'm really considering selling raw flour. Alright, the banditos are here. I forgot all about the banditos. Those darn banditos. Now we'll have to start selling bread. Alright, here we go, flour. So we're going to sell anything over 200 flour, because that is just an absurd amount of flour. It's 400 bread. We don't even need that much. We need like 300 bread. Okay, so there's a lot of them. Alright, I don't even know if I have enough people. This is so scary. This is so scary. I need to definitely focus on the military. I don't want to lose the crossbows. Archers are so easy for me to replace, but the crossbowmen are not. I actually have an idea. Since we've established that we don't care about the archers' lives, there is a way that we can win this with no casualties. And that is to use the archers as bait. I need to keep my men close enough that they don't burn things down. And I just need to slowly lead them away from the town using my archer unit. There we go. I knew that bridge would come in handy. Oh shit. Alright. Well, we can just start booking it now. Okay. So, yeah, we don't have to care about the archer unit whatsoever. I mean, he can... Ugh. Pause real quick. Ugh. Stop doing that. Alright. Archer there. Crossbows right here. And the spearmen need to let the archers by. And then they can take the bridge. Alright. Yep, they're hooked. They want them archers. Alright, cool. Now we get on the bridge. And we get this guy here. We get this guy here. That way we can get side shots off. Perfect. We can actually pull spears back just a tad bit. We want to make sure that they can shoot. Otherwise, they won't be able to shoot if the spearmen are blocking the way. Yep, this is an instant win right here. They don't stand a chance. They do not stand a chance. Cinematic mode. This is gonna be a slaughter. That trader is just like, nope. Alright, broke one. And it looks like they can shoot because they're reloading. Yep, cool. Not bad. Alright, one down. Couple more to go. Here comes wave 2. Oh, that's actually a really cool little view right there. Let's do it like this. The twig in the way. Oh yeah, you can see them dropping like flies now. Alright, routed one. Actually, I think we routed both of them. What's cool about the crossbowmen is that they have a no survivors mentality, and they just keep shooting sometimes. Yeah. Yeah, they're ruthless. Alright. Well, that was good. Let's get our men back to work. That was really cool. I was kind of worried we were about to all die, but things came together at the last minute. Let's get rid of the bowmen entirely. Perfect. Alright. And once I get enough spears, alright, we have 57 war bows. We're going to start trading them. Once I get a full spear unit, I'll go back to crossbow production. Ooh, we got money coming in now. Very good. Looks like we got some ox that aren't doing anything, so that's a good sign. The barley situation, I think, is great. We have 41 ale, so it actually looks like we're not going to need any more alcohol for the time being. But we might in the future. Alright, 200 flour. So we're selling anything over 200 flour. That's bringing in some money. You can see the bread. We got 15 bread. This granary worker is having a hell of a time keeping up with everything. And he still has barley there, even though I told him not to. That is a lot of flour. That is a lot of bread. He has vegetables, too. Very weird. I'm just going to let them do their thing. They're not always on point, but it's good enough. It is good enough. Sometimes that's all you can get. All right, 100%. Looks like we need more granary workers. All right, I'm going to pump one up there. Pump that guy there. Get these 100% back up so we can get our 2 families per month. Wow, we have 3 living spaces. Okay. All right, so we need to expand everything. And I think I have a farm potentially that I did not expand yet. Let me check everybody. Yep, there you are. And it looks like we had our first tier 3. Nice. Tier 3s. Let's get our farms to tier 3 first so we can get those extra farmers. Perfect. Awesome. More passive wealth. All right, the money train is here. The money train is here. Let's get our second horse. Oh man, this is the stage. This is the stage where everything changes for us. Got 30. All right. So once I get my spears, we got 4 spears, 31. I just need 1 more spear. Got shields. Right. It looks like we're getting pretty close. Just a couple more spears and then I can switch back over to crossbow production. And what am I missing here? Yep, boards. It's always boards. I don't know if that's a lumber. Yeah, it's a timber issue. Okay. So we got that gent up over here. We're going to turn him on. Get this work area up. Okay. So that's going to help out quite a bit. And we got 6 families, I think, between our farms, which is like way more than enough. So I think we're going to leave it there. I definitely feel it's good. We have a lot of barley left too. Okay, a lot of bread. Remember, food is consumed from the granary first, and then the market stall. That's why you can get away with having a market stall like this. We are gonna need 6 though, so I'm gonna up that. That's gonna help us out with everything else. Perfect. So we need a total of 6 storage stalls, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm just gonna do it because the rest of these are going to now be food stalls, and once we have all the food stalls in, it will just be free granary workers, and that's going to be perfect because then those granary workers can help with honey and moving goods. That's why I had it designed to how many market stalls I needed exactly, so that any free workers aren't having someone maintaining a market stall that's not going to have anything put in it. I'd rather have all family members contributing to moving goods. We are going to need them for logistical purposes, and it's going to be fantastic. But let's upgrade all these gents to tier 2. We're really moving. We are really moving full speed now. All right, we have 5 available living facilities. We're at 84%. I do need to start pulling in the taxes. I don't care if we get 1 family. We're going to get the forester pack up. It burnt to the ground. Funny. Yeah, I don't care if the families start slowing down now because I think we're in good shape. We don't even need the honey. I'm going to do it as a because I want to, and I want the trade item. And we're going to have a ton of free families here in a second. So we're at a pretty good equilibrium. And I think what we're going to do is have just barley farms. Oof, look at that. Look at that beautiful land. This is kind of crazy. We don't need this. We don't really need all this right here. Because that is 1 Morgan exactly. And that is a lot. Okay. Overproducing alcohol is a wonderful thing. You need it. And you can make a lot from it. As long as you get the strips right. It seems like the ox actually do a fairly good job. Flat. We're gonna go from this angle and get it correct. There we go. 1.3 Morgans should be okay. If it's not, I will cry. Yeah, I think our best bet is to start from the end there. Yeah, 1.3 Morgans should be okay, but it's still a pretty scary size. 1 Morgan is honestly ideal. It's the perfect amount. Okay, and these are all off too. These are 1s, these are 1s, so I'm gonna need 4 for this to make up. And it's gonna be a big one. Okay. Cool. So what we're gonna do here is just go the distance, right? I'm gonna do the crazy. All right, so 3 here, and we're just doing barley because if I have to have more families to do wheat. I can always upgrade these for wheat if I want, but I honestly don't need any more wheat. But look at the barley fertility on these bad boys, 70. We are gonna get another farmhouse up right here and get some more plows into that. And we are also going to get up more hitching posts along this area, because this is great. And we can easily do a road, a little ring around the rosy, going into the corners there. I'll leave it like that. That's good. Good enough for me. Perfect. Let's get another ox. Okay, things are shaping up now. Apples are still not coming in full. Veggies are coming in great. It does look like we're getting more like 80 per burgage plot, and yeah, that cut took out a lot of veggies. But you know what? We're fine. You know, as long as I have more veggies than I'm consuming, that's really all I was going for with this. And I'm going into more food types, so we'll be consuming less veggies. And yeah, the apples are coming in good. The fish are going to start coming back strong. Oh, nice. Okay, so another fish can go back to normal. All right, and then nice. So we're going to do 3 families here in a plow station. And that's going to help out. And all of these things together are going to do a good job. I'm going to try to keep the grid form. Like if it goes up, it goes up. So yeah, we're keeping true to the Polish grid formations. We're keeping true to how their burgage plots were. And when these are tier 3, it's going to look exactly like the narrow strips are. So you can get away with having, you know, the tier 3 design and having it look pretty close. Because you come over here, right? They're side by side. So it's just like as if... What I'm trying to get at is this is what they look like historically, right? Long strips like this. This looks really close at tier 3. At tier 1 and 2, it doesn't. But at tier 3, it looks really close to how they work. Each family does have their own lot, but they kind of share in the duties. So that looks really good, I think. And it's going to do a great job. Got the chicken coops and these gents here. Get ourselves another ox. All right, and permanently assign the livestock. That way, these things are in full motion. Cool. We got a lot going on for us. We got 9 families out here farming. Got the windmill going strong. How much flour do I... Oh, I am selling a lot of flour. 44 flour. Okay, cool. 44L. There's a lot of money to be made in the agricultural area up here. So we can definitely focus our economy that way. Other than that, we are doing great. We're at 100% on everything. We're flying high. And we need to start taxing, which we have been at 10%, which is actually really, really decent. And we have a couple other endeavors going on. We need to make sure that everything is going up. Get woodcutter up here. All right. And we're also going to get him into making booze. We're going to probably be producing a lot of alcohol. I'm hoping I can get the trade post to kind of work a duality. But you can see here there's 8 bread down here. And up in the trade post up there was actually quite a bit. See if that money starts coming in. Our food situation is amazing, though. Outside of everything else going on, we got boards coming in a lot faster. A lot of wheat, a lot of barley, a lot of grain, a lot of flour, a lot of malt. We're not really having any issues whatsoever. We could even probably go into flax production. I believe that you can go as many years as you want without losing too much of the fertilities, as long as you're not growing the other things. So like I could go into flax production, and I could start selling flax out of a trade post. So a lot of opportunities to make a lot of money. So I'll have to think about that. Animals are not producing very quickly. Looks like fish are doing really well. We're gonna go up to 3 families. Everything is honestly in order, so I'm just gonna let them keep doing their thing. Let's try to upgrade as many farms as we possibly can. We're making crossbows. We're getting our army up. Everything is really good right now. Fuel is going back up after we stop trading it. And it looks like clay is the new bottleneck, so I can, you know, pull the remaining 15 clay out of here. But we're going to have to start importing clay. And we can try not buying a trade route for it. Oh, we have 205 clay. My bad. I just need to turn on my clay furnace. There we go. Let's turn that clay furnace on. Oh my god. That's so much. Might as well get all this out of here. And then we can destroy that. Alright, the burgage plots are moving along just fine. Yeah, we're in really, really good shape. I'm going to place him over here. And we're going to start stockpiling a lot of firewood. Get ourselves into a nice, safer kind of area. One camp up there is going strong. It looks like we're going to need to get some more logging camps down just as a way to store our wood. I'm going to put one, I think, right there. Looks great. And we got plenty of places for apiaries here once I get my next tier 3. Ooh, there we are. All right, we got that point. Bee time. So we want to try to pack in as many of these as possible. And we want to try to maintain a road system. It does look like I could potentially put a lot of these in here. So let's see. Ooh, it's just right there. So that's okay. There's honestly plenty of room. And what I would like to do is have kind of a pathway down the middle of these. Anyway. And I think we're going to just do 12. Will be another great trade item. Do a path like so. Allowing the granary workers to get out there quicker. Perfect. Yeah, let's just do 12. That will make this an amazing trade item. Now in the future, they've talked about changing the way that honey works to be more like a field mechanic. You have to place these near fields, so this could change quite a bit in the future. There's the last open stall with these 2 workers, and so that would be great. All right, let's let the people come in. And now any stall I make after this is going to be awesome. Because we needed 6 for the storehouse, and we needed 8. But yeah, my bad. We're going to need... no, that's right. We have 8 because we have the 2 granary workers up here. Perfect. We're in a really good spot. So a lot of fish, a lot of things going on. Looks like the trade post up here and the trade post down here are sending a lot of goods out to be sold, so that's great. So there we go. I think maybe another spear unit should go into the works too. So I think what we'll do is we'll pull back on the crossbows. Go to the boyer shop. We're going to go back into warbow production for trade because the blacksmith, we're switching over from iron parts to spears. And we already have our joiner shop pretty much at all times just pumping out large shields. We could also trade large shields, which I think I will. All right, let's speed these guys up. All right. And I'm going to come back up to the trading post and check to see how many horses. Let's just get another horse up here. Might also be advantageous for us to have a few hitching posts over here. There are a lot of things to be done. Farms definitely need quite a bit of hitching posts. You can see I made a little hitching post haven over here. All right. Yeah, the combination of individuals and ox. This is purely barley. Though now with my massive enterprise, I might switch these to do also grain. Since I'm thinking I'm going to be selling quite a bit of bread and flour. But other than that, we're doing fantastic. All those apiaries are going to be great once they're up. We need to continue looking at what we can expand naturally. At 11 free families, okay. As long as I stay above 75%, I'm getting 2 families per month. So we're in just this massive bulk up phase. So we're just going to want to make sure that we're making the best investments possible and getting to a point basically where nobody can touch us. And once you get to that point, I mean, that's the beauty. You don't have to be worried about the Lord. And we are on the, we're on the hardest difficulty, so this town is looking nice. I actually really like the feel of this. Let's go down into the view mode. Let's see what our ingenuity has brought us. Yeah, I like the market stalls like that. Definitely got that vibe. Got the church right there. You got the tavern right here. You go get drunk and then you can go buy shirts. Beautiful place we've made. And then the trade post right over here. And then the granary. Ooh, this is really cool looking. So yeah, because this is what I was going for. Once you get the apple orchards and veggies up to tier 3, they look just like the plots did in the olden days. So this is really neat. You can see the apples and everything. We got alleyways. Here's the little mid section. Oh man, this is great. I like the vibe a whole lot of what the city looks like from the ground. Really cool. Really cool. All right. Well, let's speed this up. And what's crazy is this is actually a really big population that we're going to have when all of these other houses are tier 3. This is going to look really nice. All right. Get ourselves some more ox. Got a woodcutter lodge down here, but we're letting the trees recuperate. All right, I think we did get the remainder of that clay. So this pit can go bye-bye now. Gives us an extra worker. We got some exposed goods on the floor from that, but that's okay. We got full logging camps. I'm gonna pull this worker out since our logging camps do seem to be really, really full. We got 2 individuals in this logging camp. I think that's a healthy amount for the amount of boards that we're going to be making. We can see that our spearmen are full, almost full up. This is great. We have 37 spears, 29 large, and I have a need for crossbows, 22, 45 longbows. Okay, I'm going to let them keep going for just a tad bit longer. We need to start getting more wealth so that we can get taxes and get ourselves a strong retinue. So that will help out quite a bit. But alcohol production is pretty much dialed in right now. We're going to be producing booze like crazy, especially once some of these hauls start coming in. Our bread maker seems to be doing a great job. 31 flour. Yeah, everybody's doing great. I think we might need a little bit more flour, though, if I'm going to continue to sell and make money. So I am going to switch it up a bit. Figure out where I did all this stuff. All right, so we're going to do 1 in the wheat. I could do flax, but I'm going to let them not do that because they'll have to have more workers. And we're going to bump up our farmhouses each by 1 to account for all of those new fields. That should do a good job. I may even want to, because we are going to have such an easy time getting ox. You know, you just keep buying them, keep buying them. I think it would be wise to get another farmhouse up. I think I'm going to do these 2 farmhouses here back to back. Like that. And then I'm going to get this road going out straight road from here. There we go. Wonderful. And then that will get us 2 more ox to help plow. To really start speeding things up. All right, we're there. We got all of our farms to tier 3. Production's going to start really ramping up. Hopefully production ramps up in apples a lot more now, since they're mature finally. And we're going to go and start tier 3. We have 4 food types. We have more than enough alcohol. So there's 0 reason to not do that. And also we need to start, you know, casually upgrading because we have a lot of boards that need to be produced. So a lot of our new founded wood is going to go into that. We're going to have a little bit of a wood crush, but it's going to be okay. All right. So we have carrots and really nothing else for sell up here because we're actually not making enough bread. I have been exporting vegetables. We're going to stop that. So yeah, I think the area up here is great. You can see we have a lot of fish. We're going to sell anything over 250 fish, and we are going to buy a route for that. We're going to start buying quite a bit of routes. In fact, really start to ramp up trade. Get these chicken coops to tier 3. That doesn't do anything for the chickens. It just makes them look cooler, which is probably the most important thing. All right. Now I have an extra development point. I could go into bakeries and double the amount of bread I'm making, which would make trade very easy. It would be the smart thing. Or I could go into advanced skinning and try to get more meat. None of that seems very reasonable. Now, what I could do is go into bakeries and then go into irrigation. And I think that's what we're going to do. Because what I'm trying to do is create kind of like a historic little farming town. I mean, they grew a lot of bread. They ate a lot of bread. And so I feel like this is great. So now that we have the capacity to make bread, and I told you that I'm not going to go over 40. We still have plenty. So what we're going to do is put the bakeries all the way up here. And we can get rid of these communal ovens once I do so. So what we want to do is just get some nice bakeries. We could do, I mean, we have so much food that we really could do double burgage plots like this. So let's do 2 double burgage plots for mass bread production. That also gives us the option to add more things later. And let's let all these families come. We have 32 families that need to move in. So I think for the time being, it's going to be a little weird. I'm going to make this a baker's extension down here. And we're just going to start tier 3. So I want to get the benefit of the baker's extension. I don't care if they have to lug it all the way down there until these guys get up, which is going to be quite some time. We have a lot of families to come in. All right, but everything else is looking really good. We got horsies everywhere. The money isn't doing too terrific, but I'm not really noticing that anybody's storing too much. They have the fish down here. So yeah, it's just when you have 2 trade posts like this, they just become highly inefficient. But you do have the advantage that you can see some of these guys are transporting here, and like this guy is actually going out with goods. I mean, hopefully he's doing something. It doesn't tell me what he's doing. He's transporting iron ore. So he went out and bought the iron ore. He is also transporting iron ore. So yeah, the more people I have doing that, the better. So you kind of get to this point where, well, if I'm gonna have more than one, right, I might as well just have more than one. But if you can get one to work, from my point, it works really well. But if you want to focus on just mass trading, I would assume that having as many trade posts as possible is great. But then you have to have a really, really, really big unassigned, like you have to have a lot of families for that. So having all your trade items in one trade post, just it helps you save a lot of workers, but it does. And it also helps you maximize how much money you're making because everything's in one place. But it may be holding you back if you want to have a wide city and you want to have a city where production is done in different places and is not fully centralized. So luckily for us, I don't think that this is going to be an issue for too much longer. We may even need to get up another saw pit to keep up with demand. I'm going to put 2 people in the saw pit and see if that helps us out a bit. Got a couple. This house is flash in the neighborhood. Trying to make itself look bigger. I don't know. There we go. Get those houses up. This is great. And we have a lot of things to do. Once I get the honey going, that's going to be another trade item that we have at our disposal. It's also going to really help make the veggies and apples go the distance. The eggs are going to be something we can start trading because they're building up too. We honestly have so much food. So let's get the honey started. We're going to need at least like 4 to 6. We're also going to need some more free granary workers. But we're going to hit 100% on everything as long as we stay under 40 burgage plots. All right, here we go. We're not going to expand the living facilities of these yet. And we're going to get bakery extensions here. I'm going to leave the oven going even though I am losing, you know, productive power. Simply because I just need to keep the amount. I have so much flour that's about to come in. So much. Let's look. We have 0 grain. All right, we've done everything. Everything is great. Okay, yeah, we're in good shape. Nice. Go over here. All right. So I want plows over there, so I'm gonna pull 2 families out here. Flap those in. Build that up. Make sure we continue to buy more ox. We only have 13 available for the town. 5 have been reserved. The trade, I think the trade posts are doing decently enough, but I'm not seeing that massive wealth that I like to see. I think we will start seeing it here pretty shortly. Nobody's coming to my town. All right, let's get our traders up to as many people as possible. Another thing that we can do to make them a little bit more fruitful. Really good. We're at 66 families now. 39 families, so it's going to take us a year and a half to get all of them. if we have to keep above 75%, we're starting to get a little bit of a nest egg here. I think that the Lord is going to try to come for us soon. And we're going to be ready. And it's going to hurt when he comes. Let's get the crossbowmen going again. And we're just going to continue. Yep, here they come. Parts. This is great. He wants me to hurt him. All right. So I have 2 spear and I have 2 crossbow units. Question becomes, how cool am I? And the answer to that is very. I am gonna kick the shit out of this guy. Okay, so I've pretty much found that I can use my Scooby-Doo tactics. And these are like, you know, historical tactics. You know, you walk out, you taunt the enemy, and you lead them into an ambush, right? Happen all the time. And so that's what we're gonna do. So whether he comes from this direction or he comes from that direction, I just get on either side of that bridge and I use my retinue to lead him into a trap. So we're gonna use our retinue over here. I can also do another little pond battle, but it got so glitchy last time that I don't know if I want to do that. And so he usually comes from right down yonder. So there's a few ways I can do this. Oh, he has quite the army. No, thank God he only has one ranged unit. I was kind of afraid there for a second. Okay. Well, this is what I would like to do. I would like to get my men here. Spears here. Actually, the spears are gonna have to hold off because you can block your men in. Do it wrong. And I need to have him over here. And he's going to have to run across this bridge and back once they come in. But once they come into... Oh, wait. We got to keep close to town or they will start burning things. Always forget that. Always forget that they are pyromaniacs and they will destroy your entire town if you're not careful. What in God's name are they doing? Okay. So we're in a funky situation where they faked out backwards, and now I have to be careful that they don't go back into aggro mode. But we're yeah, we have a beautiful little sunset over here. We're just chilling. That guy's got some balls. That guy's got some serious balls. He's just like, yeah, I got a job to do. Oh my God, dude, what a crazy man. All right, so we're gonna run these guys back. Oh, they're gonna chase. They're gonna go around the merry-go-round. Okay. Well, since they've decided to go around the merry-go-round, I have to make the executive decision to sacrifice my retinue for the greater good. I always pick one unit that just gets the shit end of the stick. Okay. All right, and he's staying with this popcorn for the show. He's actually probably just waiting for these guys to get out of the way. All right, my crossbowmen are ready. Oof. Shit, they got engaged. Not a marriage thing, like combat. Ooh, this is neat. That is a neat aesthetic. All right, let the games begin. I would like not all of my men to die. That would be slightly cool because they are a bit expensive, and King's Tax is really gonna hurt us here soon. All right, there we go. Gonna have them stand in front with their shields up. Perfect. All right, here we are. We gotta use our crossbows effectively on this bridge. Gonna get a lot of dead people. I'm gonna need to engage the archers if things... Yeah, they're shooting me from back there. I'm gonna move my archers back a bit out of the range of their archers. Alright. See what these crossbowmen can do now. There we go. We're all having a nice little time now. But you can see I'm able to hit them really well. Oh, look at that. Their crossbowmen, or their archers just made a huge mistake. Alright, so now we're gonna pop out. And I don't know what their archers are doing. I guess they want to get in on the slapping. There we go. They're just letting them run right through. All right, well, that's everybody. Except for the stragglers over there. Ooh, they have more archers. Okay. Let's get our archers in over here. Oh, that was a nasty volley. I might lose a couple people. I don't have armor on my individuals yet. There we go. Oof. Yeah, we got him good. If I chase them, they'll just run away, and it's really annoying. But we can place our individuals on missile alert. Oof, we lost a couple people. I just saw... Yep, okay. Same people. I was like, are there... Oh, they did send more. They decided to join the party? Let's give them a nice welcoming gift. Oh, come on, guys. Don't be backing up like that. That was you had a good shot. All right. Okay, we got the archers. We got everybody. Did they summon another army? Ooh. Okay. I was like, oh, I don't want to fight too. All right, we won. Well, he learned his lesson, I think. But honestly, the real loser here is still me, because I have more than 6 bodies to bury. More than 6. I got a lot of bodies to bury over there. I'm gonna put a person into the church, start burying the dead. I know it's a pretty crap job, that I gotta give it to someone, and why not the clergy? All right, so a lot of families to move in. We're moving on up in the world. A lot of firewood. Look at how much bread, eggs, apples, 390, perfect. I said we should be making about 300 to 400 apples, about 90 a plot. What I'm thinking now. Okay, barley, flour, leather, 110 ale. Got everything in spades. Let's get another crossbow unit, and let's just continue to trek along. So now we're at a point where it's just kind of like sit back, relax, and let all the families come in. So let's do a little bit of fast forwarding action here. And let's spend that point on irrigation to protect us from droughts. Our economy is just very based upon perfection, so let's lower the impact of those droughts.
Oi sharamukshnya kurto auge tarbalu ya kurto auge tarbalu tarbshu jalu samanu ya tarbshu jalu samanu oi matushi come to.
Hey, let's place more workers into the apiary. I actually am just going to preemptively queue 1 family per. And that way, like, we just have an absurd amount of families that need to move in. It's going to be quite the journey. We're also going to need additional granary workers to help move the honey. And additional granary workers to help move other food. So we got a lot of people coming in. We do need to start upgrading some of these houses to tier 3. I know I can't build any of them because I don't have free workers, but I'm going to proc these so that the resources can start gathering. As you can see, it's pretty all the boards and everything that we need. Okay, well, we're going to probably sit here for a little bit more. Hey, we got a lot done. Let's see, 221 ale, a lot of other things, a lot of malt, a lot of firewood, honey starting to trickle in, roof tiles are good. We have quite a bit of crossbows and spears. Let me see how many crossbows I have, 50. All right, we're gonna switch over to the regular warbows that we're selling. I get the economy supercharged that way. Bakery extension upgraded to tier 3. Now I'm thinking we're at tier 3 on everybody. So that's actually really good. Good ox. We got multiple people. We got people moving in all over the place. Still need to get these bad boys up. I'm just going to double up the families. I think that that will be the end of it. But we have 50 more families to move in out of the many that we have assigned. So let's take a gander. Bread and veggies, apples. Fish are doing exceptionally well. We are selling fish, so we should see some fish being thrown into the mix for money makers. I'm not going to do veggies or apples quite yet because, quite honestly, we're going to start producing quite a lot of these. I am going to set up honey because we're going to start producing an enormous amount once we get the right logistics, and that's really good. So warbows are going out. It's fantastic. Ale. I say we start exporting anything over to, actually that's way too much for us to have on hand. 150 is more than I should ever have on hand. So let's start selling alcohol. And if we have to, we can pull back on that. But I don't think that's going to be the case. I have 218 alcohol. And I think we have 18 malt. Quite a bit of barley, quite a bit of bread. Yeah, that should serve us really well. Again, I can always pull back if we need to, but let's make some money. Let's get that regional wealth going strong. There we go. Fish, alcohol, bows, and alcohol bows up here. Like I said, I'm not really noticing that we're getting a good advantage from having the multiple trading posts, so I'm gonna go back to the old way of doing things, and I'm just gonna straight up delete it. Will also give me more people for other trades. Ooh. oh my. All right. So we have some hungry hippos coming at us, or the banditos. We can probably fight these bandits out in the field just to have a good show of things. And nothing says fun times like having a cliffside battle. Let's get the guys ready. I want them to come right at us. There we go. They're going to have to come up these narrow little pathways, and most of them are going to come right out through this little slip right there, so perfect. Speed this up. Alright, so they're coming right where I thought they would. Some of them are trying to get around, and that's fine too. A lot of them are going to get eaten up right in here. Oof. They tank that pretty well. Everybody's always screaming, man. Not a roller coaster. You guys are fine. Oh, yeah. We didn't get any hits there. All right. Let's make this a... Oof. I forgot about you. All right. Let's hit these guys that are coming right at us. One volley, please. Come on, guys. Sometimes you want to have your guys just a little bit back. Oh. Oh, this is going to be funny. Alright. Come on, crossbowmen. Crossbowmen have a pretty solid reload time. And it looks like they... it looks like they have some kind of like weird thing where they have to like move back anytime someone's close to them, which I really don't like. Alright. Well, these guys are all pissing me off. So we're gonna go old school. Let's do this. Let's go old school. Ah, crap. was pretty sloppy. I should have just taken him at the bridge. I was hoping that would be a little bit better. Okay, so next time we'll fight in the center of town. All right. Well, everybody can go back to work. Okay. Yeah, a few people died. It's okay. They probably weren't important. Got 54 families that need to move in. Got a good thing going on. Got a lot of wood. Got a lot of everything else. Let's see what we got going on here. 511 veggies. 187 apples. 61 honey. Honey's starting to build up. We're not fully there, but we do got extra help now. And as these families keep coming in, we're just going to get stronger and stronger. I might want to rethink that alcohol trade deal that I had. I think that our consumption of alcohol is going to go up significantly. So let's put this up to 250. And I think we're also at a place where we want to start looking into expanding barley production once more. Not here. Over here looks pretty darn good. Over here looks even... Ooh. That looks nice. That even looks nice. We're on the southern side, but the closer our men are, the better. Want to keep everybody in the same area, so the place that makes the most sense is right here. So let's start getting up some more of these fields. See, there's a road right here. We are going to get rid of that road. I kind of like it's kind of cool having the bakers right there in the middle of all of it. All right, we want these to be at least 0.5. 0.4 is okay. It's not good. All right, whatever. 0.3 it is. The whole point of this is just to make it so that the ox can plow it really, really fast, and that everyone coming up behind can do a good job. And hopefully we don't scare everybody away. So this is probably going to be one in itself. Emmer. Here's the barley. This is crap barley land. Good emmer land. Perfection. Okay. So the ox are going to go straight. That makes this road a little annoying. So I'm just going to straight up remove it. We have everything going here. We're going to have one really wonky plot, and that's okay. You're allowed to have one weird plot. And that's just to get things back to normal. Seven. I think we're actually going to remove that road because it's just becoming more of a nuisance than anything. Here we go. I don't mind it for things like that. Like we can do that. That's good. That gives us a route up there. That's perfect. Cool. And now we can do a little bit more with this area that we couldn't before. Perfect. I actually want these to go kind of long. Keeps trying to triangulate with the pond below it. That's perfect. So these ones we're going to make 1 Morgan in length. 9. We're just going to really ramp up that bread. And, I mean, that's what this village is. It sells bread and bread-like accessories. And we're going to sell a lot of booze, too. So, things that we need the most, we just produce the most of. There is a lot of really good barley land up here. Okay. I think that this is quite enough. Alright. So that should do well for that. And this is quite a bit. So I think we're going to include this in the lower since it was pretty crappy. And then for this guy, we're going to take all these and one more from the other gents over there. So, come back, barley in the first, barley in the second, barley in the third. Wonderful. And then for the farmhouse, since this area is kind of just like hit or miss, it's honestly a really nice spot for additional farmhouses. That. Let's do a farmhouse, and let's get a couple of hitching posts. Looks like we have a logging camp here that I should flap to the other side. So we got ourselves a nice little thing going here. Let's try to get some roads in on this. Always good to have roads, especially when this stuff gets so compacted. There we are. Perfection. All right, let's speed this up. We have a good thing going here. The hunting camp. I'm going to move both of the hunting camps, I think, a little bit over here. And that will allow me to place more farmhouses. I'm mainly placing these not for the worker slots, but for the ox slots. You only get 2 per farmhouse. And so I'm going to need more ox. More so than the families or anything else. But yeah, this is looking really good. And this blank spot right here, it really is throwing off the whole vibe. So I agree with you. I can read your minds, or I can at least read my mind. And my mind is saying that this looks just hideous. So we're gonna fill it in, and I think what we're gonna do is just kind of zigzag these. They can just be whatever we want them to be. The Picasso of farming right here. As long as it's mostly even. Perfect. Okay. That's great. We got ourselves a nice little thing going on here. And we got our roads. Let's see. Can I get another farmhouse in here? Yes, I can. Perfection. Let's get some more hitching posts. That is fantastic. All right. So when we get some more workers, we're going to have our work cut out for us. And I actually need to get those up sooner rather than later. Continue to order ox. I might want to just straight up invest in someone to order ox for me, because at the rate we're going, yes sirree, we're gonna need them. All right, livestock trader. Well, we can put him right here. There's plenty of room. All right, look at that honey coming. Okay, so between everything, we shouldn't be filling up our granaries. The one thing we do need to start worrying about, though, is the storehouse capacity. It seems to be doing fairly okay. But we'll need to monitor that to make sure that we don't get overburdened. All right, 116 ale. A lot of stuff going on. Money finally coming in. Accumulating. Look at that. We started to get more money. We need to get our retinue up. There we are. It's a beautiful day. All right. So yeah, it does seem like having the one trade house still seems to be the way to go, because like we weren't making crap for money. Even though they have to go all the way up to fetch the ale production, I can have the ale actually stored in a local granary, and that will increase the ease at which the trading post acquires that. All right. So now it's really time to start thinking, though. Time to put our thinking hats on all the way and look at what's going on here. All right, so bread, we're going to want to buy a trade route for that. I'm thinking of the future, like where we're going to be. Iron ore production, this is great. I think what we're going to do actually is start selling large shields. So we're going to want 40, and then so what we're going to do is come down to our joiner shop. Go to the advanced tab, and we're going to want to at least be able to sell 50. So I'm going to put 100, that will give us 60. All right. Yeah, and then we can start selling those bad boys. The bowyer shop is making plenty. And the cobbler, and let me see, where are we at with things? Quite a bit. 41, 41. All right, so we got ourselves a pretty big army. We're just waiting on more individuals to join our society and join our ranks. And let's get those last retinue as fast as possible. Speed this up. Buy that ox. All right. Well, hopefully those families start winding their way in. I think what we're going to do is just stop paying taxes for a bit. Let's go to 5%. I need to get up over 75%. Things are starting to get a little weird. We're at 100%. We're at 100%. All right, we shouldn't be having any issues. 75%. It's on the table right there. Got all the fish in the world coming in. Looks like they weren't able to seed everything. This could cause some delays. Oh, it's harvest season. My bad. Okay, yeah, we just got a bunch of stuff. 618 barley, 314 wheat. Okay, yeah. So I think this is gonna definitely do what we need it to do. We're close enough that everyone can get to their jobs. We actually have a pretty efficient road system. One road straight up with points to everywhere. All the farm plots are pretty much within walking distance. This area will be the furthest away from society, but that's okay. And these burgage plots will eventually one day be upgraded. We have 51 available living spaces. That's 51 families that are going to come and move in with us. So that is a lot. That is a lot. All right. We're having a little bit of a weirdness going on, so I'm just going to pull everybody out for taxes. And we're going to try to see if we can get this under wraps. Okay, we got 1.2 thousand firewood. I'm going to pull him out. Whoa. Yeah, we're deforesting this area. Can you guys do a better job on the forestry? Thank you. All right, woodcutter over there is doing great. I think I'm going to pull him out too. I have 22 months worth of firewood, so anyone I can pull out to facilitate more granary workers, I think is going to make this way more enjoyable. Okay, we got ourselves a rockin' economy. We're poking up over 1,000 wealth. The tavern is sloshing. Looks like we're doing an okay job. There's quite a bit of barley that's going to be coming in. I'm hoping we could start trading alcohol. 611 barley, that's a lot. And we haven't converted anything into grain quite yet. I don't know if I kind of feel like the one windmill is going to be more than enough. It's not. We can always work around that though. All right, now it's just time to let everybody move in. Oh, yeah, look at that. Got 3 free families now. Things are popping up. All right, let's take a look around, see what we got going on. 1 and a 1. Yeah, we're gonna need some more families up here to work these fields, but you know, we've got it going on. We got the we don't have the 2 livestock assigned. Okay, cool. We just need to. All right, we got a livestock trader. This has to happen. We need. Let's import, I'm going to say 60 ox. 60 ox is good. For horses, let's keep it at 6. Everything else here is looking fantastic. We got 1 individual in there. That's perfect. How much space do I have? We have enough for 42. Okay. We can also order our own ox. And it's always advisable to still continue to order ox because they only order so much at a time. But you can see that we're going to need quite the setup here. But that's what I'm born for. I don't think I was born for making stables, but I was born to make circles. I don't know. I don't think I was born for any reason, actually. I just kind of exist. All right. Here we are. That should help out quite a bit. Let's keep going around and upgrading anything like this that we see. We're hitching poster out. We just need to get as much space available as possible since we have so many ox that are coming in. This is fantastic. Everything is in motion. I think we're going to be in really good shape here in a moment. We've got both of the granaries maxed out with logistical workers. Like I said, that's why I capped my market stalls to exactly what I needed, so that additional families weren't opening stalls where nothing was going into them. And that way every single family member is part of the solution. Look how much freaking barley I have. Okay, so I know we've decided to become just the most boozerish town ever. I was slightly wondering if it would make sense to have another malt house, but let's see. Because what's kind of cool is when the barley is converted into malt, it starts the new process. We do not have enough malt. We just straight up don't have enough malt. Okay, well that answers that question. I'm gonna put the malt house going the opposite direction. The like yin yang kind of style thing going on. Perfect. All right, and this one stone water supply is enough for everybody. That's perfect. They're probably, because they do have to travel to get water. And this, for the sake of efficiency, I should most likely put a well up here, if I can. For the houses that are up here. Perfect, right there. Wonderful. That'll help out with these guys, who are not bakeries quite yet. We are trying to keep up with everything. 10 flour, 297 trade. Don't know if I'm gonna need another windmill. Let's put 2 families into this windmill to make sure that it is always rotating. Let's put 1 individual in the hunting camp. I let our animals get back up. We're at 1.5 thousand food, eggs, apples, honey, fish. Everything is coming along really well. The main kicker though is, are there honey in our apiaries? Cool. If you have honey and it's not being moved out fast enough, start to have issues. So there's a lot of space. You could just put another granary, have it solely focus on honey. But I think that everybody here is doing really well. I try to have a nice, like, kind of like set it, forget it, not too complicated build so that people can just, you know, play the game, not have to micromanage too much, but still have that high level of efficiency. And so far, so good. This is running really well. I wanted to create, you know, a little farming community that made most of its money from farming. And I think we have accomplished that. I'm at 2,440 Lord. Boot that back up to 10% tax. Let's start making some money off of ourselves now. We got a lot of good passive income. We got ourselves another malt house. We're going to crank that bad boy up into production. That's going to help assist with a lot of it. Now, I do have 4 families of brewing right here. I was going to destroy this, but now I feel like it's definitely exactly where we need to be. So we're going to keep that gent, and he's going to do all of the Lord's work for us. Because this is great. Yeah, we got honey. We're selling honey. Let's take a peek at where we're getting our money from. So previous year, 693 from selling fish. Had to buy a lot of iron ore to make bows, making a good amount to make crossbows, making a good amount there, making a good amount from alcohol, making a good amount from there. So right on. Right on. Alcohol is where the money is at. Oh yeah, look at him go. Okay. So, first thing first, 2 families, plowing station. 2 families, plowing station. Buy another ox. Perfection. Alright, so we got that going. Got that going. That's perfect. Let's see, what else do I have? That was really it. So we just need to assign... We need to get these farmhouses built up. And then once they have everything in them, I can assign more ox. Because we want as many ox out in these fields as possible. We do not want people plowing. It is so inefficient for the scope of what we're doing. And it looks like we do need more. I see some people out there plowing by hand. I don't want to see anybody plowing by hand. Ever. Not in, especially not in real life. That's weird. It's probably on like TCP or something if you're doing that. Alright. So we got individuals over there. Do I have enough room? Yes, I do. One more farm right here. This is beautiful. This is what dreams are made of right there. Okay, we got another farmhouse right here. Boom, boom. Plowing station. All right, we still got 42 more families to move in. That's quite a bit. And, you know, it means we have a lot more room to go. But yeah, everybody's doing a great job. This is fantastic. Okay. Food is continuing to grow even though the population is growing. Firewood came down 200, which is kind of scary, but not too crazy. Bread seems to be keeping up pace. Alcohol is going to be the largest trade item that we have. So it looks like we've got our trades. Alcohol, bread, bows, honey. All right, they want to get their asses kicked by me one more time, and I'm a man of... I'm a man. No. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. Yes, the battle of Nowy Nora Pond 2.0. Let's do this right. I want to take these guys in the open field. All right. Actually, now that I'm Ooh, don't go swimming. Now that I'm thinking about it, though. We kind of want our men a little bit away from the bowmen. Because of what we experienced last time. Oh, shit. Here they come. Okay. Perfection. And then I'll keep these spearmen right here to protect them. And that way, when these units are engaging, my crossbowmen can shoot them from the side. On this point, though, I'd have to move these gents a little bit differently. I'll have these guys to shoot this way. And I'll have these guys to shoot this over here. And I'll leave these guys center to shoot whatever they can. And yeah, we got ourselves a good little situation here. This is going to really hurt. They're going to get shot the hell up. Our men are going to stand strong. Alright, let's do it. Now I got these spearmen kind of as a flank protector. Alright, here we go. Ooh, I love that sound. I also love that sight. You just saw two people get dropped instantly. Oh no, that's gonna hurt. Oh, only got one. Only got one. Okay, so they're gonna charge out. Okay, so they are gonna try to flank. I'm gonna pull my men out. This is gonna be fine. I'm probably gonna have to pull these guys back. I'm probably gonna. Okay, they did not get the message. That's fine. Gonna have to pull. The crossbowmen have kind of a delay on orders, but as you can see, we're annihilating them from these side shots. Oh yeah, we just took out the whole dang pie. Okay, so they're doing great. Spearmen are doing great. Our retinue versus them. I'm gonna flip these guys to start shooting at those retinue. These gents, I want to start shooting at the bowmen, both of them. There we go. Come on, guys, get your shots lined up. Not the time to be coming through, trade cart. All right, 31. Ooh, wow. Ooh, we just took out 5. Wonderful. Yeah, you gotta love these battles. And the archers over there aren't doing too sharp. We're about to take out all of those retinue. Broken. Okay. All right, no survivors. You know my motto, guys. All right, broken. All right, perfection. Let's run these guys back to town so they don't get weird pathfinding issues around the pond here. Yeah, he has no hope of ever taking us at all. It is a beautiful thing. Here we go. Back to work. I guess, like, with our newfound wealth, I should treat my men a little bit better. So, let's import helmets. At a minimum, I can give them hats. Free hats. Free hats for all. Aren't I the greatest leader ever? I know. Alright, so we got honey, we got booze, we got bread, we got freaking big old shields. We've got it all. And we're definitely going to want to get another crossbow. How many crossbows have? 12. I kind of feel like we're in a good place. Yeah. So let's make sure... Yeah, we're producing these. I don't know if I need to make more crossbows. It does appear 12 is not going to be enough. It's close, but it's not going to be enough. So let's do crossbows for just a little bit more. Let's come down to the blacksmith. And he is working on widgets. Very good. Our widget maker is in full gear. All right, look at that. Oh, and we have a booze shortage? No. I think we just need to put 2 people in here. I mean, we have the booze, but we have 272 ale. Okay. We just need more workers to transport it. Overstock of 10 is the only thing that's going to work here. Okay, we're back to 100%. It's because all the men were fighting for so long that they neglected their duties. But yeah, we'll just make up for that by having more workers. Cool. All right, so let's make sure that we're permanently assigning livestock on these so that these guys are just always in full gear. It's totally worth it when you have, you know, an animal trader and you have the infrastructure to maintain that many ox, because we're going to have quite a bit. All right. Yeah, just make sure everybody is in order. All right, we don't have anyone at that place quite yet. Let's just go down the line and make sure we didn't make any mistakes. Looks like a mistake was made right there. And it looks like these guys are good too. Okay. Everybody is fantastic. We do need to make sure we have enough families to harvest everything. We also potentially... Oh boy. Yeah, we may need to think about having just a secondary granary right next to all of this mess, because this is a lot of stuff. And ideally, I would have it in a place near most of what's going on here. This is okay enough. It's not perfect, but sometimes okay enough really is all you need. So we'll go with that. And we'll get a little route around there. And let's do some beautifications. Let's make this the very majestic, shriney area. Do a line. It also kind of helps with I don't know if it actually has any pathfinding implications, but it could help with combat potentially. And behind the church, I always like to do the shrines behind the church because I think it looks like a graveyard. And it just gives the church a little bit more of that vibe that I like. Makes the town look lived in. I don't know what the term I'm looking for is. I can't wait for more decorations, to be honest. Yeah, we can do a couple more guys around here. Perfect. Yeah, it kind of looks like headstones. I like the look. I got this big old swath of nothing right there, making me depressed. Okay, let's put one individual in here and upgrade it. No market stall. He's just to help. I'm gonna let him do anything he wants. I'm literally just throwing him in to help. I eventually might just actually that's not true. I'm gonna set him to do like barleys and grains and stuff like that. Okay, bread is off the rails. Honey is off the rails. Firewood is equilibrium. Flour is really, really good. 342 ale, so we will be selling some of that. Now the animals are being hunted pretty much by one dude, so that's kind of crazy. All right, fish are great. Fish are perfect. All right, and then eventually one day I'm going to get these guys into bakers, and we're going to be making twice as much bread. I think I'm going to pull this dude out of the oven, and I have the one bread maker down there going, because it seems like they are able to get through everything. So let's see. That will double my bread output if I just funnel it all through the one guy. Kind of feel like it's not going to be enough, but looks like we're able to get everything into this one trade post. We're still doing really well. We're getting helmets for everybody. We have 1,000 in our treasury now. So we're going to be able to keep up with our taxes. Yeah. So this is why I use one trade post. It just always works for me. It would be really nice if they revamp trade soon. They said they were going to, but you never know what is actually going to happen or what they're actually going to work on. All right. 34 more families. Let's just make sure that none of these are running. Okay, we're in good shape. So now we just need to go around. Oh my god, that is too much grain. It is way too much grain. Okay. So up here is where I feel like we need a little bit of a boost in families. I'm going to put 3 families in there. I mean, it's just so much for them to do. Almost wish I would have had a road kind of splitting this, but I think the road here and the road here are fine. And we got the road situation right there. No road there. That's fine though. Probably should have kept some of that road, but it was really messing this up. All right, 4 free families. Nice, nice. We got everything going pretty strong now. Take a gander at what we can do here. Don't have too many things that we can do with this area. There's no real good place for another well. We don't need it, to be exact. And I know I have a well over here for everybody. That's great. That's really all I need. It's not even supplying any of those houses, so I don't know if they'll even come over to it. Hopefully they do. All right. See what we're doing now. 59 flour, 133 malt, 407 ale. So we're producing more ale than anyone can consume here. Ooh, 300. That was a big wad. That was a big one. Let's see what we got that from. It looks like alcohol and a couple other things. So let's do the current year. Ox, bows. Oh, wow. Almost 1,000 in shields. 1,000 bread, 400 honey, a little bit of fish, 720 in ale. Helmets cost us a bit. This is really, really good. We're making a lot of money. We're more than able to keep up with the helmets. And then once everybody has a helmet, I'll start getting them into the armors. But we have, what's important is that we have enough of everything. We have 64 bows now. We don't need to buy any more armor. Now we can switch back to war bows. And the blacksmith will just naturally stop once he hits his parts. And the bloomery will stop when it hits 40 iron slabs. So we'll stop importing iron once all of those fill out. So that's perfect. Got quite a bit. Got quite a bit, man. Alright, that is a lot of alcohol. Firewood is starting to go weird. I'm going to pull him out there. This area is finally good again. So we'll just put one in, and I think that will actually do it right there. I think this guy over here is kind of done. We probably want to think about long-term solutions, which means getting foresters. Get a forester over here as well. Get some foresters up. We're starting to really pull a lot of families in now. So that is going to make a very big, big difference. Perfect. I guess we should get just a basic. Let's get the road going first. Okay. Alright. And then we'll do an inner chamber for side shots from our archers. That's all we really need. And we can pull all of this out to make a perfect circle. So you don't have to do it perfectly when you're doing it. You can just kind of do that after everything's said and done. So we don't have enough boards. It's fine. We do need to increase our board cap, though, it looks like, by just a smidge. We're going to come up to the saw pit, go to the advanced. We're going to bump that up to 140 boards. Speed this bad boy up. Order as many hawks as we possibly can. We have 50. We only have 53 available spaces. That's not good. All right. Well, let's get these hitching posts up. Get up more hitching posts and upgrade as many as we can. It looks like we've upgraded a vast majority of them. There's always one or two out there that I miss. Oh, nice. Very good. Not bad. Okay. That should hopefully give us a bit more room. Now we have quite a few of these out there. This space right here is like really bugging me too, because it's just like this big blank space. So let's just, you know, do a nice little pattern here. Kind of want this road to be a little straighter. That's good enough right there. All right, then we'll get this upgraded to the stables, and that will look like a nice little stable area in the city. Perfection. That should get us a pretty good... Okay, 82. And with all those upgrades, it's going to be fantastic. In order to hit the historical side, like, you want them to be as narrow as possible, but you really don't want them to be too long. Every little bit of length makes them more and more inefficient, but if you want that historic vibe where it's like each house had a long plot behind it, the 3 corpse pits is about right where it's at, is what I've found. It's pretty dang perfect, because I don't have too many of these and I'm producing more food than I need. For a sizable population, we're at 346 population right now. I have 10 free families now. So we've got this granary over here. You can see. We're going to pop it out of all of these things. This is great. I just want it kind of assisting with barley, wheat, grains, and ale and all that stuff, and that's fantastic. I'm going to put 2 individuals in there to help out with the loads. All right, so we got them helping out with everything. Now let's come up here. Let's put 4 families into this farmhouse and 4 into that farmhouse. Cool. The windmill's going strong. I'm going to put 3 families into it. These houses don't have anyone in it, but when they do, we're going to go into baking. Bread is going strong. We're selling quite a bit of it, I'm pretty sure. All right, we're going to do 4 families in these farmhouses. All right. That's a lot of extra families. We have an additional 25 families to still move in. Markets are going strong, 100% all around. We have the perfect amount of market stalls. Everything is pretty much good. We don't need any more clay tiles, so we can pull him out. Let's look and make sure everything is upgraded. Perfection. All right, forester. So let's get up these new foresters and start repopulating our firewood areas. Wonderful. Wonderful. Yeah, we need to think about the future and sustainability. Perfect. So we're just gonna have fire. I have one for logging and I have one for the firewoods, and they tend to do a pretty good job. All right, we have more families than we need, quite a bit. The meat and fish are still coming in pretty good quantities. The eggs they're starting to eat a lot of them eggs that we have. So eggs are more of a filler. The main food types for this are vegetables, apples, honey, and bread. And then everything else is just to help reduce the consumption of those goods so that we can maintain high values without having to produce crazy amounts of food. Is relatively easy in this game, as you can see. It's not difficult. Alcohol production is through the roof. Malt house is going strong. I think we're gonna pump that dude up a little bit. We have 207 barley. I don't see why not. I mean, we have the workforce for it. Let's increase that ox. Pump you up to 4. Yeah, more farmers the better, in my opinion. We don't want any wasted crops. I think that's also, I think we probably have had some wasted crops, and so our next harvest isn't looking too fantastic, but we'll see what comes in, what actually comes in. 603 grain, 235 malt. Okay, so I guess I did not need an extra one. Let's pull back on the malt makers. I think we have enough. I'd take it back, yeah. 2 malt makers is probably more than enough, especially now that we have a granary helping to move grain. It does seem like what we're gonna need is another windmill, actually. So let me see where this can fit. Now that I have this granary right here, it would make sense to me to have a windmill right here. He can run all the goods. The efficiency is fine having multiple areas. We do have a bakery down there anyway. And they're all running around with their heads cut off. So how much do I have? 236 flour. Okay, so I am going to have to turn on 2 of these ovens. I know it is such a waste of bread, but we got to get that money flowing in from the bread. Once these guys get families in them, I can upgrade them. I'm going to have to get up another saw pit. Ooh, look at that. There's just enough room for it. I'm going to put them right there. That's a little close to the road, but kind of worried about squeezing people out. Storehouses seem pretty decent. Okay, good to go. Let's get another ox. We have nice 57 oxen, a good chunk of them dedicated to farming. That is so many people, but we are gonna need, like, you can see that the yields are massive. There's so much to collect that we just need all hands on deck. We're definitely building up the workforce to warrant it. Let's get some more families out there to help out with these hauls. All right, look at that. Windmill. Boom. Turn that baby on. Now we're cruising. 386 grain. Yeah. Perfect. Good to see multiples. Got 3 families up in this one. I'm going to pull 1 family out of here. I get 2 families in here to get this thing going. We got the helper granary right there with all the grain, so this is great. Man, it's kind of crazy how much food we're producing here. The bread is going through the roof. We probably overdid it. I can never sell anything as fast as I produce it. But yeah, we're doing great. Prices are going down on bread because I've sold so much of it. Honey's doing all right. Honey's doing all right. I could definitely put more if I wanted to. And part of me does. Part of me definitely does because it's a trade item. So we're going to get 2 more apiaries up. Damn, I even have room right there. I think 2 is fine though. We're going to have quite a bit of people coming in here momentarily. All right. 84 spacing. Perfect. Ooh, what's our board situation now? 124. Rock that manor. Boom, boom. Get the little keep up. Now that I have a road, we can do this. Create a crossroad. Perfect. I like it. I don't know if that will mess anything up. Probably not. All right. Now we just need to let those families move in. We got 21 free family slots. Our food is still growing. It's mainly the bread, it looks like. Yeah, bread's starting to accelerate in production now. I definitely think going with the drought irrigation and drought protection was wise. Since our economy is pretty predominantly grain-based now. The eggs are starting to, dwindle because all foods are eaten equally. But every egg that's eaten is another food that's not eaten. Every meat that's eaten is another thing like veggies or apples or honey. So the more food types you have, the easier it becomes to maintain all these things. It's just really crazy. If I wanted to, I could import salt and make sausage, but that would just be an extra layer of insanity that's not necessary. All right, we didn't actually need an extra person in the saw pit. I'm going to leave that saw pit there, though, in case I change my mind. Actually, what I'm going to do is pull him out. Have him have his own little saw pit, and we're going to give him his own ox. Because we definitely have a lot of ox. This is an insane amount of ox are in this build. But we can do it. You have the power. Look at that view, though. That's beautiful. But this is this is my attempt at making an efficient, realistic city. I didn't use any Brondos. I used plots just how they did it. I used strip farming just the way that they did it. And I did things the way that I would do them. But satellite communities were very common. So this little satellite farming community of bakers and farmers, it's pretty cool. And over here we got lots of farmhouses, lots of stables. I think it looks pretty realistic, actually. It's nice and organized. And then we have a back alley right into the town in multiple directions. Ooh, more stables necessary. Perfect. All right, we got ourselves the Mongolian hordes coming in. And we're just going to meet them out on the battlefield. We got a lot of hungry men eager to prove their worth in battle. Soon as they come into view... Ooh, they're going to be coming right up this road once they see everything. Here they come. This is beautiful. This is a pretty decent money shot right here. Ooh. Yeah. Ooh, that, yeah. yeah, that. Oh, our crops will drink of blood. Just took out nearly the whole work ant right there. I love crossbows so much. They are just stupid powerful. And when you have this many combat units too, with the crossbowmen, you just take out all the units you need to. And the thing is they can't take a fully geared combat unit. So I have 3 combat units. They have less. All right. And we're gonna let them go. I want to see how they pathfind around this pond. They seem to do an okay job. It's just so many men when you think about it, though. And another thing, because we're doing the realistic, and I didn't set this up, and I'm sorry. One thing about being realistic is they really liked their churches. They had a lot of churches, so we're gonna place a church right here. So we have the church right there, but we're also gonna place another church. We need to place it in a nice location. There is nice. I think having another church over there makes sense. The church is just a really nice corpse pit when you think about it, because it buries the dead. So if you have the money and you want to build a premium corpse pit, the church really is. And we're going to build another, because they need to be able to go to church before they go out and harvest the fields, you know what I mean? So we're going to have tactical churches like so. We have the center church, but yeah, multiple churches are another thing about the historic builds. When you're building efficiently, you build one. And that's it. You know what I mean? Like, you're just like, all right, I got it. But for the aesthetics, multiple churches do actually look really, really nice as well in your village. I've noticed it too. You don't really think about it, but it is one of the prettiest buildings in your settlement. So get up a couple churches. You're going to be looking pretty darn sharp. All right. Yeah, so I'm going to do them in the 2 camps over there. Windmill's going strong. 309 flour. 279 ale. Pretty big harvest coming in. I think we're doing great. We have 16 more people to come in. The money is flowing really hard right now. We're gonna start importing mail armor. We're just, making ourselves stronger and stronger every day. Want to get a little bit more honey for trade. We don't need it necessarily. The eggs are starting to dwindle, but they were so important to the early starting age, giving us that 3rd food type to keep our approvals high. They were so important. All right, and I like this area over here with the hunting camps. I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna make these holy hunting camps. So I wanna do this differently. I'm gonna move him there. I'm gonna move him over here, and I'm gonna move him back. And we're gonna do some weirdness here, just because I can. I wanna do some shriny roads, make it look lived in, as I call it. Honestly, we don't even need another hunting camp here. 1 hunting camp has been more than enough. It's like they say, when life gives you shrines, make shrinenade. I don't know. All I know is I have a shitload of shrines. Nothing to do with them. There we go. I don't think shrinenade would taste very good, but I do imagine. There we are. Alright. Connect the roads. There we go. I kind of like the way that roads look when they're all looped around like that. That looks cool. So we got ourselves the holy hunting grounds here. Got a church going up over there. Got the church going up over there. Got the holy windmill now. I don't know if that actually decreases efficiency, but it definitely increases the awesomeness. So it's a toss-up. But yeah, shrines ideally would have been placed all over, and they do add just a tad bit of flair. For all you know, like, this could be a shrine to someone who used to work here. They make a whole lot of sense. They're mementos. We'll have a backyard shrine area right there. There's shrines all around. This is a holy city, the Polish were very, very religious. A lot of people, I mean, you could say that pretty much of any culture in this time. Religion was dominant. Pull a road from this area down here. Let's upgrade that hitching post. Upgrade that hitching post. It's starting to come together, though. It's starting to look a little bit more lived in. Oh yeah, we need shrines for sure around here. A couple shrines out here, just here or there. They look kind of like mile post markers, like road signs almost. That's what I like about them. And they kind of shake things up. They add just a little bit of texture. I can't imagine what this game's going to be like when we have more than just the shrine as a decoration tool. It's going to be amazing. Things you'll be able to do with your villages. I would even settle for mods, that add shrines and stuff. Perfect. And I wish I could do more here. I mean, I could add some trees. I could use the forester to come in and add trees, but then you can't see anything. Then it gets kind of weird. It does make the city look way cooler, though. So let's try it out. Let's see what would happen. Now that we have everything, let's have a guy come in and just start planting trees. A little less barren. I mean, these trees look nice. It gives a vibe, I got 9 families until we're full, so we're gonna be pushing over 400 pop on this. That's perfect. It's like right where you want to be. 400 pop is really ideal. Any more or less, and you're not as powerful as you could be. You can see the money's flowing like crazy. We're going up in regional wealth, and I'm equipping everybody with the best armaments. So this is great. I don't really like to take other regions. I always prefer this, but I really like the feel of this when you come and you zoom out and you look at it. It's just, I like all the authentic properties of the building, and I like the efficiency of this. Definitely different than how I would normally build. Well, not entirely different how I would, but this is, as you can see, kind of a design that I've used before, but I've changed it up. I've changed up the spacing. I've changed up the layouts of things. The concepts, though, very similar to other designs of mine, but they follow the grid pretty. I mean, they follow the kind of grids that they built back then pretty well. All right, sorry, had to think for a second when I was upgrading. All right, we're gonna upgrade all those guys. There we go. All right, got a lot of free families now. Can't wait to get these guys upgraded. And that's when the bread production is gonna go through the roof. It's already through the roof. So the roof's about to explode. All right, a lot of logs over here. Perfect. Got the churches. Churches up. Yeah, the churches are gonna look good, like superbly awesome in the backdrop of all this farming. This looks great. I like the juxtaposition of the windmills being in different locations based off of where they're needed. This is really nice. All right, look at that. We got the manor down there. Got our little circular fort. Oh, I didn't even realize this was on a cliffside. Let's see what this looks like. Yeah, you can slightly see the city from down here. But it's looking pretty darn good. What does it look like from here, though? Oh, yeah. This is definitely looking city-like. And so as we plant more trees in here, it'll make the city feel a little bit better. But, yeah, all the houses and everything, this is looking really nice. The city looks so much bigger when you're inside of it. And I really like the wide market stall area. I like that it's not totally chaotic, and I like the width I put in each direction, because you can really see a lot of the village from the center market. You can see all the houses, you can see the food productions. You look down there, you can see all the this is the industry sector. You can see the church right next to us, and we got our tavern right here, and more houses, all the chimneys you can see, and yeah, religious sector and the alcohol production behind it. Dang, this is really, really cool. All right, let's pull out this direction and speed this bad boy up. Looks like we got ourselves a little bit of a jam, but they are remedying it over time. Right now, it's just a lot of logs that are being dragged to build up the church over here. So that is not a normal traffic jam. But that is an argument for having multiple pathways in your big cities. I do like this. I like the religious hunting camp. This is actually kind of cool. This is the hunting camp. The sacred grounds, the sacred hunt. Perfect. Here's the farming sector. Everything looks so much calmer in winter. I really like it. Windmill. Yeah, this is nice. And then you can see the town in the distance. Just looking great. Beat this up. All right, 6 more families. We can actually even start taxing a lot more than we are. We don't need to, but we can definitely tax more than we are. All right, and we can see that the roads here are pretty decent. Starting to get a few more trees planted randomly. Hoping they can get some more random trees here and there. Let's actually come to that forester. Put 2 individuals in there. Let's make sure they got the right. There we go. Got a couple trees planted around here, not bad. Oh, they want to go up against my better army with the same thing they've been throwing at me time and time again. I'm gonna meet them out in the field, man. Yeah, they got a couple things they need to walk around. I'm not going to stand right at the pond. What I'm gonna do is try to have them come through a small gap. All right, and we'll leave our retinue behind and make sure they don't burn anything down. Oh, they fell right for it. Perfect. All right, well, let's run these guys back. And hopefully they chase after us and they come right into the valley of death that I have prepared for them. They're all spread out too. They're not in good battle formations and they're coming in one at a time. So odds are they're going to get the shit kicked out of them by 4 dudes in heavy armor and crossbows. Come on, gents. Let those bolts fly. Oh, here they come. I can see them moving. Here it comes. Here comes. Every time they get hit, it slows them down, too. They're running across the frozen pond right now, but... Oh! Yeah, okay. They're taking a couple of good hits. They got armor on, so... Ooh, that didn't go the way they thought it would. Alright. Okay, we broke them. We're gonna go in the defensive mode. Our crossbowmen are standing strong. Looks like they're gonna try to flank us on the right-hand side. I'm gonna take the bait. I'm gonna engage their archers with my men. And I'm gonna take out their bandits right now. This gent's gonna flank to the side and start shooting their men. He's gonna come in on this too. Alright, shoot them. They're not even gonna make it to the doorstep. Go. Drop them like flies. Alright, that's done. These guys are gonna hopefully get some shots off here. Doesn't look like they're doing too much. Wasn't even a chance for them to get into position to shoot. Alright. Well, everybody can walk it back. And I definitely need to put people into the pretty corpse pits. Small stone church. They'll start burying the dead. Put one in each. So these will help us bury the dead faster in our combat zones. Tactical churches. Okay, so we have more than enough people to bury the dead. Everything is running incredibly well. We have 4 more families to move in. We still have not... Oh, there we go. We can start doing bread making and things like that here in a moment. This is great. I'm going to upgrade this, and they're going to start making bread. The communal ovens will be turned off. I'm going to leave them there as a relic of the past. They kind of tie in the room. And then once we get this plot to tier 2, it's going to turn into a bread maker. All right, next one's up too. Cool. We're going to have 2 bread makers up here. And we're going to be producing double the bread that we were before. And it looks like the windmills, I'm going to place 3 families into. I just want them running at optimal. I want to create bread as fast as possible and sell it. We get more than enough bread every year that I'm not worried about spoilage or any of that kind of stuff. I'm mainly worried about pumping out bread and selling it. Bread is mostly good for trade, honestly, with other regions. Like, a setup like this is perfect if I wanted to take other regions and, like, I wanted salt, say I wanted berries, say I wanted something else. We don't need to do any of that, but that's what makes something like this powerful. Bread is very, very, very good trade item. Okay, we got it. And so now, bakery extension and bakery extension. We're going to be pumping the bread out now. And then once those are up, we put them to tier 3. We only have 2 more spaces. We're going to be at max population here soon. We're at 416 pop. We have no more available living facilities. Order that ox. I think we're at like perfect production too. 1.8 thousand food. The eggs are dwindling. Honey is in great supply. Firewood is kind of getting weird. And whenever it gets weird, you want to make sure you put a dude in there. Gonna boot up our fire production just a little bit. Oh, that looks pretty cool. I like the campfire. Like the only thing that has a campfire in that area. But all the houses are burning. Everybody else is out. March now. Snow should start receding. Everybody's out here farming. So you can see that these plots aren't too crazy. When you have 4 families on them, it's like hungry, hungry hippos. Look how fast they go. So it's like an easy 90. Now that my other plots are faster, they'll usually be able to harvest the whole dang thing in like a month. I bet, and you know, you'll get twice this much. But for historical purposes, these are really, really decent. I mean, and I only have 4 of them. So, and then these, so I don't even worry about these families, like what jobs they do, because by the time they're done, I mean, the farming and all that, you got the plows going, and so you don't really have to worry about too much. It all runs really well. All right, so we're gonna go gangbusters on all of this. Tier 3 of these houses. Yeah, bread is 720, but bread will never be the same again. 336, 166 malt, 337 ale. I mean, alcohol through the roof. I'm going to put 3 families into the booze. We do not want any hindrance of the boozening. Some of the trees, we can see some of the trees are starting to go up here in the industrial hub. We got a good amount of trees over there. I'd love to see some more trees around the center and the plaza. The trees do actually make the city feel a little bit more alive and less like a concrete jungle. All right, 2,000 food. Firewood, I think, is doing just fine. We already had too much to begin with anyway. All right, and all the churches are up. And see, the churches, they really tie the city together. They look nice. You start looking at it in cinematic mode. Churches give that vibe. Perfect. All right, let's speed her up. We're at 1 and 3, so once these tier 2s are constructed, that will put us at 37 constructed, 422 pop. Thinking we're gonna hit about 430. Oh, no, that one's already up. Okay. And then this guy's almost up. This is looking good. And these families can definitely work the jobs that are around these parts. Fishing and all that jazz. Fishing is like perfect right now. And the eggs are starting to dwindle, but the fish are coming in strong. All right, it's up. Then we got 3 more living facilities, and then the whole build is done. But yeah, we overkilled it a lot on the production here, but I wanted to show how cool it could be. It looks really cool from way up top. And I like the I like the satellite community there. I think that looks perfect. Like the little farming niche. 238 flour. Hopefully we turn a lot of that into bread soon. We got a lot of bread makers. 900 and yeah, because the bread makers make twice as much bread from flour. It's pretty extreme. We're still harvesting vegetables. Those are going through the roof. Honey is doing great. Money is fantastic. Treasury is fantastic. 1 more family. We're there. 431. Nice. We're going to hit 434-ish then. And we'll have 6 free families. I'm going to leave those 6 free families exactly where they are. Or we actually might not have any because it's going to move into the baker. But 5 free families is perfect. That will help with building queues, leading ox, any kind of unassigned task that needs to be done. And that puts us at a great equilibrium. So like we're way overfilled on a lot of jobs. We have a rockin' economy, a really strong, a perfect army. Except for, yeah, these gents. And, you know, you can upgrade all of them and customize all of them to look exactly the same. That would take a little bit more time than I wanted to put into that, to be honest. But you can do it. And it does look very nice. Oh, man. All right, 85%. That's great. No storage space left. Why did it say that? All right, there's plenty of storage there. Is it talking about storehouses? No, I don't know. Must have just been a fluke. Again, perfect entertainment. Perfect marketplace. So 100% everything. Pretty high taxes. It kind of, it varies. It will go up and down. But hardest difficulty, we're able to do it. Completely historic setup. Pretty strong looking city. I think it looks great. I like, and because it's religious, right? I mean, literally our town is a cross. So you got the cross, the holy Nowy Nora. Oh man, this was a fun build. I put a lot of thought into it. I wanted to make something that looked a lot more organic and felt really nice, and so this was a lot of fun. Let's take a couple cinematic views of everything here. This looks great. Yeah, this is fantastic.